bit out of the way, if that's cool, just because it's blocking. All right, let's dance it on in now.
Dancing on in. Hey, sorry, my laptop was blocking your pecs.
No, you're good. You've
been working hard on them pecs.
It's been a long time in the gym, my friend. I think I started working out seriously when I was 15. I'm 25 now.
10 years.
Like which is so weird to like think about that, like longevity wise, like I would still be in the gym because it was mainly just for like sports in high school. Like the whole goal to lift in the gym was to be better on the field.
Yeah, but then you saw then you saw how vascular you were, so you're like, let's keep it rocking.
No, obviously, yeah, there's more pros from exercising than just like the athletic abilities, but like at the time, you know, I feel like fitness went. How old was that? What year was it when I was 15? Because we graduated in 2016. So
I don't do math at all, dog.
Especially that kind of math.
Yeah, no.
Dude, that was like 2013, 2014 time.
Okay.
So that's...
I believe it. You could have said any year, I'd say, yeah.
Dude, that's 10 years ago. Wow, good math, guys. All right, hold on. Let's have my guys.
What's up?
Mike, so glad to have you back, man. Let's fucking go.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Mike Lawz. Always a pleasure. Always
if you guys don't know him, please look him up on YouTube, Instagram. Give him a follow. Watch his shit. It's fucking the best.
The best.
It's spooky season right now, so that's when he shines. He's always shining, but the lights are extra bright.
Yes, sir.
Hey, scary movie reactions.
He does all reactions,
vlogs,
but the best ones.
Yeah. Anything you can think of, he's got it all. Check him out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Go subscribe right now, then come on back to the video.
Do you guys get up to anything this season? You go to like, what is it? Not Spook Fest, like the shit Six Flags has around.
Oh, yeah, Spooky World.
Yeah.
Fright Fest or whatever.
That type of shit, yeah.
The last time I was at Six Flags, dude, also like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
it's just like a hike to get there.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's Springfield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, funny enough, Ty Shadi, what it do, lives in Springfield.
Shout out.
Or from Springfield.
From Springfield. Went to the Big E. Not really.
We went to the Big E, too.
No way.
Yeah. Shit. It was interesting.
It was my first time this year, and a lot of food, a lot of... they got the carnival rides. You can look at some cows, look at some animals. They do have a lot to do. You could be there for a while.
Yeah, they got the weird fucking food. Like my friend got a pickle donut.
Oh,
donut, cream cheese, pickles, and like garnish on it. They just sell all sorts of weird fucking shit. I don't know why.
How much was that?
I don't even know. Probably like fucking $7 or some shit.
No, yeah, it's expensive.
Was
it's
it
pricey.
Good?
No. See, it's weird because like I like pickles, I like donuts. Why wouldn't they be good together? But I guess they're just vastly different.
For obvious reasons.
Yeah, for obvious reasons. But like
some people might like it. Some people might like it.
I can see someone scarfing that thing.
Oh, people
down.
fucking eat anything, dude. Especially if you go to a place like that.
Oh my god.
How do you compare the Topsfield to Big E?
That was the whole reason we went, because it was supposed to be this big extravagant thing, and it
bigger
was like,
Topsfield.
It was kind of like they sell hot tubs, pickled donuts, like they got fucking random shit.
Yeah, hot tubs.
It is the most random shit.
It is bigger.
It's definitely bigger.
It's definitely bigger.
It's definitely the Big E,
but it's definitely comparable in how much you're gonna enjoy it. I feel like they offer a lot of the same stuff, a lot of weird stuff. But yeah, check out the Big E. It was shout out.
Is that like a staple for Shadi and her family?
Yeah, Western Masters. Like if you talk about the Big E, it's like talking about the Topsfield Fair for us. Like, like right down the street.
Topsfield Fair.
Pull up. Yeah, Topsfield.
What did they do in Western Mass? Like, what is there to actually do?
Nothing. The Big E.
I know the Big. They just wait around for the Big E. Like, there's nothing else to do.
Wait around. I mean, Basketball Hall of Fame's there. Shout out. Yeah. But honestly, I was there.
They got that wings place that he always talks about.
Oh, Wings Over
Westfield or Wings Over wherever.
Well, Wings Over is all over the place. There's Wings Over Worcester.
But it's mainly Western.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because there's none around here.
Yeah, there's none around here, so.
They got one in Lowell.
Wings Over?
Yeah, Wings Over Lowell.
No shit.
Well, he's got shit on.
A little more west. Lowell is like kind of like 30 minutes, no traffic.
Yeah. Lowell's in the boonies.
It's kind of boonies.
Yeah.
It's like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is like so weird to think about because it's like not far, but.
It's not far, but far.
It's not far, but far. But yeah, I mean, like today I was working in Salem, which was a mess. But like there was
Whoa. Speaking of spooky season, Salem. Was there anyone walking around with costumes or what?
Oh yeah, they were setting up. So I forget what the park is called, but in downtown Salem, they like have like a park where they like have the carnival and all the vendors and all the shit. It's like essentially Topsfield, but for Halloween in Salem.
Shout out.
They were just beginning to set it up in the downtown area. I had to cut through there because I was going to a supply house, and it was just a mess. But like, yeah, everyone's walking around.
Terrible traffic.
They
in there
got
always.
dyed green hair, like the witch stuff. They're going to the witch museums, and like, don't get me wrong, like I've done those a million times. Obviously, growing up around here.
No way.
This guy.
That's a lot of times.
But like,
You haven't even lived a million days.
I don't know. Here's the thing: is like obviously these people.
That's
definitely true. Maybe, yeah.
I can't count.
365 times 25.
Times 25, yeah.
Not a million.
Kind of close.
Something around there.
Almost. I think Mike Lawz has more subscribers than we've lived days.
Yeah, that's for sure. Damn. Which is kind of weird to think about.
That is a little weird.
That is crazy.
That's awesome though.
You got that reach. But yeah, so like everyone's going to the witch museums, everyone's walking around in costumes, and like it's all packed. And I'm just thinking, like, has everyone like not seen? I mean, I feel like
Giles Corey.
if you're touring around Salem, you've never been. I don't know, like what?
It's definitely a lot of tourists there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when would be a good time?
Halloween.
To come? Right, but like
September,
October.
October's just fucking
jam.
It definitely gets but that's because all the tourists are there.
exactly.
But it's like, say you live in like, I don't know, North Dakota, and you always wanted to visit Salem because you find the witch trials interesting, like, and you're coming in October to New England. It's like, I don't know.
Beautiful, crisp air, leaves falling, turning colors.
I feel like it's more locals that just love redoing the same shit every year than it is tourists.
yeah, a little bit.
You know?
Yeah,
Which is fine. Do your
mixture of both.
shit.
Mixture on both, I'm sure.
It's just crazy. Like you said, it's jam packed. But you know, people love it. That's their staple.
But
People wait year round for that. Like
Yeah. That's their Super Bowl.
Yeah, that is their day.
That's their Super Bowl.
That is their day.
What about you? What do you get up like? What's your favorite? Give me your top 5 holidays ranking.
I'd probably say it used to be Christmas #1, but I don't know. As you get older, Christmas is just kind of like
Yeah, that
whatever.
falls off.
A
It
little,
falls
a little
off.
bit.
On paper,
Still a good holiday.
Yeah.
For
yeah.
sure.
Like if I had to like place mine, like on paper, Christmas is one. Like what it stands for, what like it's about.
But what about a real answer?
So
for you?
if I'm giving my top 5, I'd probably go Christmas, Halloween, 4th of July, Thanksgiving.
Mm.
I don't know. Like
Easter.
Columbus Day.
Could be Easter, could be
Indigenous Peoples
Peoples Day. could
Shout
be,
out.
Memorial Day, National Pizza Day. Like the 5th one. Let's do a Mount Rushmore. Make it 4. Make it easier.
Okay, I like that.
Give me your Mount Rushmore.
Halloween, Christmas.
Halloween's 1.
Yeah, probably.
Or is this no particular order?
I'd probably say Halloween 1.
Okay. Why 1?
I like the vibe. I just like October. October's my favorite month.
No, I'm a huge fall guy, so like that's why Halloween's high for me and Thanksgiving's pretty high for me, is because
the fall vibes.
the fall is my favorite time of the year.
It's the best here.
And like I need to like live in a place that has fall because something about the leaves changing, man. It's just
Seasons
it's just, like you
change,
said,
man.
the vibe,
Seasons
the aura,
change.
everything about it. It's
The air.
so
It's got its own smell to
it
it.
really
you
does.
know? Yeah.
more crisp.
Crispy.
Yeah, continue. Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
No. October, Christmas, and then everything else kind of sucks to me.
What about St. Patty's?
Nah, that's not for me.
No Irish in you?
No, yeah, a little Irish.
Little
I
Irish?
don't give a fuck.
Don't give a
What
fuck?
the fuck do I care? What the hell?
Yeah, St. Patty's is just an excuse to like
Drink.
your face off.
Yeah.
So if you're not big into
I guess
drinking,
every
you know,
holiday is that, right? Like
Basically.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's
big
true.
drink. Like the night before Thanksgiving, I guess, is like the
biggest drinking
biggest
night of the
drinking
year.
day of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Drive safe, people. Drive safe. Night before
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
don't be silly whipping nowadays.
Yeah, people are fucking stupid, dude.
Very,
People
very
really
stupid.
are.
You're telling me. I mean, you probably deal with a lot of it.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, how is that, interfacing with a bunch of random people on the internet?
Dude, like I was telling you before, there's just this fucking people that you will just never, you'll never tell them otherwise. Like, people are just so set in their tracks with
Set in
whatever
their
opinion they're
tracks.
gonna have.
Yeah.
And they're just fucking idiots. I got recognized at the grocery store the other day, and I was like, ugh.
Let's
Hell
go.
yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
was like,
Shout
I was
out.
like, I'm just
Shout
trying to
out.
buy some shit.
Is that kind of like a surreal moment, both like, oh, I kind of just want my space, but also like, damn, like really cool people are noticing.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Oh.
wasn't, if he caught me in like a bad mood or something, then it'd be a little bit different, but no, I was chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Was he like cordial? Did he
was
cross
like-
the line?
It was some kid, and he was like in one of those like electric scooter things that with the basket on it. He was
Yeah.
like being a kid, and he was like, I see on my peripheral is like eyeing me down as I'm walking by, and I'm like, the fuck? And he's like, you that guy from YouTube? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh my god, the Mike Lawz. I was like, what's good, bro? And he was like trying to tell his friend who didn't give a fuck. He was like, bro, I know this guy from YouTube. And he's like, okay. Like, I was like, all right, bye guys, take it easy. And that was
That's
it.
awesome though.
No, I think that's cool. I mean,
I do hear like celebrities a lot say like they hate the fame, they want just like some alone time, but obviously that's like on a bigger scale. Like
Huge
they get
scale,
recognized
right?
everywhere, but I feel like something like that is gotta be cool, but at
Yeah.
the same time, like
just want your space.
you just want,
totally.
yeah,
Yeah, like you guys know the song "Way I Am" by Eminem, where he talks about
yeah.
the fame and how he gets bum rushed everywhere he goes. Like that's the type of level of fame where it's like unbearable, probably, right? Like,
Yeah, like Jay
Mm.
Beebs.
yeah, exactly.
JB,
Like,
he has to hide himself.
Yeah.
People
always.
always, surrounding you, paparazzi all over you. That's definitely something that's jarring. Like we did a podcast about child actors
Mhm.
and how historically they've kind of like haven't adapted well to the fame, because like I don't think any child or anyone at such a young age is like meant to be in the spotlight like that.
Yeah,
You know what I
nah.
mean? Like right now, like you're blown up, 25 years old, like whatever, you're like a grown person. Like,
Grown
that's-
ass man,
bro.
Grown
That's
ass
fine.
man.
Exactly. Like that's fine. But like imagine being Hannah Montana, 12 years old, your own show,
Living
people
a double
adoring
life.
you, living a double
Double
life.
life.
Shit, legit. Like even though your dad was like a big celebrity, you were around it, like that's still like change. I feel like that fundamentally changes you a little bit.
It would be scary as a kid having
Oh, yeah.
grown ass men like be all up in your space.
Be like,
and
"Oh
taking
my God."
pictures of you. Like,
Yes,
that's
yes,
fucking
yes.
Picture,
bizarre.
autograph.
Yep.
It's like, dude, I'm like the kid from Home Alone. Was it
Macaulay
Macaulay
Culkin.
Culkin? He obviously blew up as a kid, and then his later career didn't pan out the same way
It wasn't
they thought.
the same trajectory.
Because
Yeah.
didn't he get heavy into drugs and shit?
Yeah.
Majority of them do, right? Like Lindsay Lohan, drugs. Miley Cyrus, drugs. Like a lot
It's
of
probably because like they have like this such a high at a young age, and then when they get older, people are kind of like,
chase that high still.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're not getting the same reaction, I guess, because like if you're a child star, like that's impressive. First of all, that's impressive. Like
Yeah, for
people are gonna
sure.
give you your flowers for that, but then as you get older, like when you're an adult, you're like just a normal actor, I guess.
Look at Shia
not the
LaBeouf,
same.
right? Like,
I love
that's-
Shia.
I'm a big Shia LaBeouf fan.
Actual cannibal. Have you seen that video?
He's a cannibal?
What?
No. It's a video. It's a video.
Oh, I mean, like here's the
Actual
thing.
cannibal.
I
Shia
can't
LaBeouf.
like justify or get down with the wrongs that he's done, but
Yeah.
I can justify and get down with like him trying his best to right those wrongs.
I'm a fan of
You know
his.
what I mean?
I'm a fan of him as an actor for sure.
I'm just like, you know what's funny? This is like sounds like a crazy fact that I know, but like, I think Shia LaBeouf is super talented. You guys know who Sia is?
Yeah, he did the music video.
Oh, word. So I'm not the only one that knows this. Fucking let's go. So, you know the girl in the music video, Maddie Ziegler?
Yeah.
She was like on the
Dance
show
Moms or
Dance
whatever.
Moms, yes. And yeah, they did. I forget what the song was called. Like something about heartstrings or some shit.
Yeah.
And pretty much it's Shia and this little girl, Maddie. They were doing like a choreographed dance that was like really good, because this Maddie girl was on Dance Moms and everything. She was very famous on that, probably the best dancer on the show, I think. And
Shout out.
she blew up. I don't know why they got him, but like he was just like good dancer, like good choreography in my opinion. Like I didn't think Shia LaBeouf could dance.
Hey,
you know
he's
what I
a
mean?
talent. He's a talented guy.
He's very dude. He can
He
rap.
is.
We've seen. Have you seen his freestyle on Sway in the Morning?
No.
Yo, can we pull that up?
We can pull that up. We can pull that up.
All right. So Shia LaBeouf has, you know who Sway in the Morning is?
Yeah, I've seen other people
On Shade
freestyle.
4-5,
Mhm.
Eminem's, Sirius XM radio. So Sway 45 in the Morning had Shia LaBeouf on, and he decided. Have you ever heard of the 5 Fingers of Death?
Maybe. Yeah.
It's like, so Sway gives you like 5 beats. You just got to rap on them
Okay.
and do your thing.
Yeah.
And Shia LaBeouf did his 5 Fingers of Death or whatever, and it was in fucking sane. Like bars. Like
Really?
did not think I could see Shia LaBeouf like rapping, right? Like you wouldn't think he could dance on that music video.
Yeah.
And it's like
He's a talented cat. He's a talented
he's
cat.
a very
we got
talented
it right here.
person, man. Like
Let's see this.
we could
Yeah, speaking of AI,
speaking of AI.
Sway in the morning.
in the morning.
Bro, these fucking mosquitoes keep dive bombing my face.
Mosquitoes are suicide bombing out here.
That is supposed to,
It's supposed to keep the bad juju away.
keep them Johns away. What's so crazy? He looks so young right there too.
This is 10 years ago.
relatively. Oh no, was it really?
Yeah, this is when you were 15, just starting in the gym.
I bet.
Back in 2013, 14.
Yeah. I was big into rap. I mean, I'm still big into rap, but like in the gym, dude, it's all I would really listen to. It would just get me going. Hip hop's in a weird place nowadays, though.
Yeah, because Shia LaBeouf isn't rapping anymore. He would. This is 10 years
it's
ago.
on him,
We
it's on
need him
him.
back in the game.
But no, hip hop is different now, dude. Like Lil Wayne just dropped his mixtape for the Carter 6 that's coming out soon, and he kind of wasn't what I expected.
Did you hear Drake's new album?
I did listen to Drake's new album. I wasn't super. I liked it, but I wasn't super impressed. It was
Yeah.
fine. I would give it a 6 out of 10. I need to listen to it a little more, but
I've
it
heard
starts
great
off
things.
hot. The first 8 songs go so hard.
Yeah, there's one in there. I forget the name of it, but it's definitely one of the
Is
best
it with J.
ones.
Cole?
I think.
That
Yeah.
one's the best song on the album. But yeah, it starts off hot and then it cools off for the last like 15 tracks.
Alright. Something faster after this though, yeah? Okay. Listen. Get ready, get set, this a meme. This is wild, this a childhood dream. I'm that guy though, all pride yo. Do my thing and stack ride though. I'm at White Oak, the gun club, I mean 1 Oak. That's a dumb club. I don't go there, but I get dumb love. Legend, bitch. Trash you heard, that's all alleged, bitch. Plagiarist, stay making shit. Greatest gifts come from painful shit. Truth is, I'm a true G. Only white kid with big and a Coogee tatted to me. And Tupac too. And Missy on my 2 knees, dude. Please stop asking about my tats like some groupies. Whenever the truth's required, I'm hired. I'm the go-to guy for fire. When the truth's not needed, I beat it. I come from La Migra, streets kid, I'm gyro. Why's he acting up, backing up when the trash is up? If it's trash, I'ma pass the buck, tell me why though? Cause I'm testing me for the best of me. Trying to ensure this legacy, Geico. Talk shit, I pop up, I'm popping these, popping G, popping C, I get you high as poppy seeds. Copy me, you ain't Heather Knox and me. Roger me, check me. Evidently, kid is transcending. Goddamn, it's a hell of a day. Sat here jammed between Heather and Sway. It's a dream, yes sir, I'm the belle of the ball. Never thought my rhyme style was eligible. Rhymes are negligible, unintelligible. Now I'm exceptional, unquestionable. No
These
question
beats are
I'm
like
full. My cup, it runneth over.
staples
Shit's
of
going
hip-hop.
viral. Yup, I'm taking over. Better than I've been. Alert, sober. Me, I've been a G since he knew Kurt Loder. Eat right, stay kosher, shirt folder. Good kid, slow roll like a hurt bowler. Goddamn, I'm here. you're nowhere. You're poser, I'm poster. You're no sir, I'm closer. To toaster, I'm solar. You're nervous, I'm not sir, I'm rockster. You're novice, I'm on this, I'm Costner. I'm Kevin, you're second to a monster. Roger, I'm a prosper, you are not sir. You're a tosser, a toddler. Luke, I'm your father.
He's got rhymes. He's got rhymes.
What I am is I'm criminal with syllables and pronouns. Watch how it goes down. Yeah, my whole sound's profound. Freestyle with sway, you would think I was a pro now. And it's pronounced Shia LaBeouf. I'm flying high and high ain't enough. I am above, cut from steel. Boys real, iron is tough. I kill the 5-finger sway, 5 ain't enough. Nah, but 10 might do. Hip-hop used to be fertile, now it's Timbuktu. Where'd the spitters go? Garbage litter shit they wrote, miss me with that little bow, cause bigger individuals committed to these principles is living on their tippy toes, sinking with the hippies' hope, consider them the misanthropes. Talking those who gave it all got passed over. Rap's over when you gas up to fast forward. It's dumb now, it's trash rapping in October. Who wrote what for who? It's all so below par, substandard. Used to be a litmus. If you didn't write your own shit, you got dismissed. Been through that. Now it's kiss kiss with bang bang. I came to do my thing, man. It was written. Get coke, this the shipment. Jewish pop to this music with a twist of Whitman. Women, I'm the shipment. Get the business, mint condition. But I'm married, keep your distance. Treat these ladies fair like I'm Henry Higgins. This the shipment, this a stitch in time. I got fire, I could realign your spine, man. I am real, I could redesign your rhymes, man. I'm the Einstein of rhyming. I'm your bloodline assignment. This is what you call refinement. I thank God Almighty that I'm balling slightly. I say amen, I'm just amen who's chasing elation. In my occupation, who's patient, who comes from below the basement, from the pavement. Then I got an agent, then I done made it. Past Tom Hanks replacement. God damn, my life's amazing. And you like it cause my life is real. My life is like a highlight reel. Don't like me, check Twitter, how the zeitgeist feel. Sway and shape 45 is what I just killed.
No, he goes insane on that.
I'm not surprised at all. I mean,
Really?
No, not really, because
He's
has
a performer.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you're right.
He does his own like acting school and shit. Like teaches people to come up how to act and shit.
Does he really have his own
Yeah,
acting school?
something
I
like
didn't know that. Wow.
That's where that classic "do it" thing came from, because it was like some project.
Just do it.
No, that
Yeah.
wasn't.
It was some project for like an art museum they were doing, something like that.
Way.
Shout out that video.
Yeah.
Inspired
No,
millions.
that's right, because it was in front of a green screen, right?
Yeah.
And everyone just
There's a whole bunch of
memes
reels
on
of him doing it.
Dude, that's so funny. Nah, I'm a big fan of his. Like I said, I can't support nor justify any of the allegations. Obviously, I can only speak on.
You appreciate his art.
I appreciate his art, and I appreciate him trying to become a better person, because after everything went down, he really did some like self-reflecting. I think that's like such an important thing. I feel like I've noticed in men specifically that like men just like need to kind of go through shit in order to like learn and grow and become better.
Hey,
Would you guys agree?
If you don't go through anything, how are you gonna learn? How are you gonna grow? You know what I mean? If you're just living
you need
like
challenging times, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, no
There's
challenge, no growth.
Definitely different levels, as opposed to like the shit he. I don't even know. Is it alleged or did he actually do whatever he did? It was something to his girlfriend.
It was some like form of assault.
Yes.
Domestic.
See, I think there's
abuse.
levels. I don't think guys necessarily have to go to like that.
Right.
That's-
right.
In
Yeah.
some in some people's storyline or whatever.
He
the
did
fuck
have
you wanna
a
call it.
tough upbringing, if I
Did he?
am correct. Yeah.
When I was watching his podcast with Johnny B,
Mm-hmm.
the GOAT, he was saying how he kind of did like vilify his upbringing and his father and his parents and everything, but he kind of like admitted on the podcast, he was like, yeah, like my parents were crazy, like, wonky for sure, but like always loving, always caring people, always like there for him. So like in a sense, he kind of like over dramatized it, but like again, he was just a child actor that,
It ain't easy.
Like-
it ain't easy. Being cheesy.
like that's like I'm pretty sure like you said, you need to experience things, you need to have challenge in order to grow.
for sure.
And like
for
I,
sure.
I think he's definitely faced that. You've probably heard Joe Rogan talk about how hard times make hard men,
Yeah.
and then hard men make easy times. Easy times make soft men. Soft men make hard times.
Yeah.
And it's like a big recurring cycle. It starts all
The
over.
circle of life.
And it
Yeah.
repeats, right?
Circle of
Balance.
life.
Like we always talk about, balance is everything. It always comes back full circle.
Yeah, everyone points to the World War II men, that like whole era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I can definitely like even see it like from individuals. Like I would see like my dad, for example, that would, he's a tradesman, would work crazy hours because one the money's good, what he was doing, and two, like my dad's always been like an intuitive guy, like not like Elon Musk smart, not like crazy IQ, but very intuitive, very in touch with life. And he would always like tell me that like essentially life goes in circles. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. And he'd always tell me like, I got to go get it while it's up. Because right now money's good, it's moving, like economy's up. Got to do it now. But like when it goes down, those are the hard times, those are the struggle times, those are the times when like you got to ration, figure things out.
Yeah.
And like he always knew it would go down, so he would always plan for that. You know what I mean? He would always grind to make sure, when things are good,
Get it while the
keep it
getting's
good,
hot.
get it while it's hot,
Yes,
because
sir.
when it gets cold, that's when the struggle comes, right? And so I would see him, like, it's so crazy to me because like no one likes work, everyone hates work. Work sucks. Work's work. But like,
But there's
he
no
would-
escaping it.
but he would just embrace that. Just like whether he loved, like it would seem like he loved it the way he would put it, his whole life into it.
How much time he spent with it.
Yeah, like because also he's on call.
He might,
Doing service calls. You know what I mean? Like
he might love money.
right,
Who doesn't love money?
right,
Right.
exactly. Money comes to us. That's what we got to look at it.
Money comes.
like-
Money comes.
No, like yeah, he would get because back then I remember when I was a kid, there was no iPhones, there was pagers.
That's what's up, though.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my dad
Shout out.
would get a pager.
Pagers.
Got to be in whether it was 3 a.m., whether it was 9 a.m., didn't matter. He'd have to go. And, I just like remember like that was a big focal point from like my parents having problems was because like he was always grinding. And like I just got to respect that people that go through shit and just fucking grind it out. You know what I mean? Like that hard times, that struggle makes, hard men and stuff. And
Yeah, like World War II. Those were hard men. Or there was hard
Yeah.
times, hard men
yeah.
made easy times for after World War II.
No.
Exactly.
And then
I think
it got
like
a little soft for a while, which was a good thing, not a bad thing.
I think it started happening in the 90s. The softening a little bit.
The softening.
Yeah, it started in the 90s when the introduction of computers, I believe, was in the 80s,
Yeah, sometime around. there.
sometime
Yeah.
around there.
Yeah.
So, and we've only like continued to evolve even faster throughout then. You know what I mean? Like the comparison of like the 80s to the 2020s from the 1900s to the 1980s is like so vastly different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they didn't have like
It's been exponential growth since
they didn't have like proper
the
like,
internet.
housing and buildings in like 1910. That was like right when the Industrial Revolution was happening. And so
the
it's
world's
just-
been taken off.
that's what it's just like once it's just a snowball effect.
It
As
is.
it gets bigger, it goes faster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, so like obviously when you compare like hard men during wars, obviously like I think that's a big extreme, but I think that like if you compare just to like average person, just put in that grind like that, like doesn't need to be in a life threatening situation, but needs to be grinding enough to like make them experience, go through shit, grind to make a better life. Because obviously the whole goal was to work hard today for a better tomorrow. Isn't that
Oh,
always
yeah.
the goal?
Yeah.
I guess.
Always moving forward.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
know?
And like what's crazy to me is that like so we're in 2023, right? And we're the apex predators on this planet. Like we're the supposed to be this most advanced, most highly evolutioned, creature here because
And-
we have
and we are.
brains. And we are, but like dude, look what's going on in Ukraine and Russia. Look what's going on in Israel and Palestine. Like what's your guys' take on those positions?
It's the military-industrial complex
Yeah, it's
in
the
constant motion, constant
That's a
motion.
good way to look at it.
The
Yeah.
world will always be in conflict as long as these people profit billions upon billions from it. You're incentivized to go to war.
It's all this, Rand. It's all this.
So you think it is that war in Israel and Palestine is to produce more money for the military?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about that whole conflict down to the T. But
Right.
We'll see. We'll see how it
Just-
plays
no,
out
but
with
I-
the
War in
intervention.
war in general.
No, I
usually.
think
you're
I think
right.
you put a good point because I didn't even look at it like that. I was looking at it like I said, we're supposed to be these very advanced race, right? But like we're still fighting over chips.
It's because we have a head of a boardroom full of people running the world, yet again incentivized to go slaughter innocent people.
Innocent people are hurt, by the way.
Because why would they give a fuck? They're sitting in a boardroom in their ivory
And they're
towers,
ivory towers,
Yeah.
yeah.
making billions
Billions.
from
Other
it.
people suffering, yeah.
What the fuck would they care? They don't give a fuck.
Right.
Because
Wow.
you put into perspective our day-to-day life, what we do. Like you do like electrician, like we do normal people things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those people's
Part of the
day,
Matrix.
Those people's day in the life are making decisions like that. We're gonna, all right, we'll invade this so we get this amount. We'll play this game. Like they're playing it like a fucking board game
Yes.
without actually
Yeah.
boots on the ground.
It's like diplomacy. If anyone's ever played that game, shout out diplomacy.
Wow. Yeah, no,
But-
I didn't even like think of it like that. That it is essentially like a Monopoly board game where it's like, yeah, taking certain steps to, because you're right. Obviously, military funds are insane. Like remember in World War II, like you either worked in a factory that produced weaponry or you're in the war.
Yeah.
That was it. Those
Yeah.
all funds, everything straight to the effort, right?
And
So I
another
guess that's,
example.
yeah.
Another example of that is like they say COVID was possibly like disease warfare or whatever.
Oh,
like,
it's
Yeah,
chemically made in a
chemical-
lab. Yeah.
and from COVID, that whole pandemic, there was like something crazy, like 40 new billionaires from at all like the major pharmaceutical
yeah,
companies.
Pfizer.
Moderna, all of them, billionaires.
And isn't that so
Blown
crazy
up.
that like all these big tech companies just can control and manipulate anything because they have so much money? Oh, that's what I was going to bring up with when we were talking about Amber Heard and Elon Musk and things like that. So I just want to diverge really quick because I feel like it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
this
it.
Conversation. So obviously Amber Heard was in the Aquaman movies with Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. we
Shout
all
out
know this.
Momoa. You
Shout
got the
to
hang
Momoa.
time. You got the hair looking like Momoa.
We'll get Momoa-esque soon.
Your biceps are bigger than his, but who's counting?
He's like 6'9". I'm like
So are your
4'11".
biceps.
But so pretty much they were filming Aquaman 2 and there was these reports that Jason Momoa was showing up to set drunk, dressing like Johnny Depp,
Yeah.
all this shit that was going on, right? And like
Shout out Johnny Depp coming on the pod.
which
Thank
like
you.
is so weird to me cuz like definitely I can definitely see Jason Momoa drinking. I don't think I can see him drunk, but obviously he likes to drink. But I feel like he's always dressed very outlandishly and like Johnny Depp does.
A little bit, yeah.
Not
maybe.
not like he's impersonating Johnny Depp, but like he dresses more stylistically than
Others.
we're wearing hoodies. He's wearing like khakis that are like bell bottoms with a handkerchief and a
Flowy
sleeveless
shirt.
shirt.
He's got his look.
He's got his look, exactly.
Yeah.
So like I can see how someone like could mistake that for dressing like Johnny Depp because Johnny Depp does the weird hats and the jackets and like I could see that. I don't know. Again, I don't know anything. This doesn't have anything to do with what I was going to bring up. But I saw these reports going on, and like, Amber Heard was dating Elon Musk at the time,
Yeah.
and
Shout out to Elon.
Elon, as you were talking about, has this thing called "fuck you money," where so
Yes, he does.
all the allegations with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard turned out to be true. That I don't know, she was abusing whatever.
She was
I think
pooping in his bed.
yeah, crazy things going on.
Yeah, that's
Crazy things going on there, dude. Like, I can't justify either of their actions because I feel like it always takes two to tango. But however, she was found guilty or whatever. So, I believe like
Johnny Depp, outstanding performance at the stand in the courtroom. Oh, he's one of the best
That's
actors of
another
all
crazy
time.
thing
You're not
of-
going to beat him on the stand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that's another thing about actors. They're acting. It's so weird.
Her performance during the trial, some of it was like, what the fuck?
Super
dude?
performance.
Yeah, it was like,
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you doing?
But basically,
he played it right.
So they wanted the Warner Brothers or DC or whoever, you know, had him in this movie, wanted to fire Amber Heard for the allegations, kind of just start fresh, get someone new. And I guess a report just came out that Elon Musk like threatened to, you know, use his power and his money to like hurt, you know, DC or Warner Brothers or whatever it was if they decided to fire her. And so like,
How so? Is it like a threat or is it like
essentially just leverage. Essentially,
he's just
since
using
he has the
his
biggest,
fuck you money?
Yeah, one of the biggest tech companies in the world, he's able to control and manipulate. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he has fuck you money, he has the power, he has the leverage, he has everything. It's like he is so intertwined into like every aspect of life where he has that pull.
Yeah.
So
Like-
how did he word it, or how was it?
I'd have
given?
to like actually like pull up the stuff. I mean, we can look it up. I don't know if you want
look it up, Larry. Look it up,
Like,
Larry.
just look up like Elon Musk, Amber Heard, Aquaman 2 firing.
That's interesting.
Whatever.
That means they would have to, because they were together. I don't even know how long they were together, but
Yeah.
that means they would have had to end it on good terms then, if he's willing to go to those supposed lengths.
Yeah, that's the thing is I didn't.
Ooh.
No, no.
Elon Musk saved Amber Heard's role in Aquaman 2 by sending a, quote, scorched earth letter to Warner
That's
Bros.
exactly what I saw.
I want to know what the letter said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta see one of these letters.
But essentially, that kind of brings my point back to like these big tech companies have such pull, have such leverage. It's like they control so much. Like Apple, for example. Apple has music. It has your phone. It has fucking apps. Whatever. It's like intertwined into every single thing we do. Apple is like one of the most hiring. I mean, probably the highest form of like a tech company, and like yet they do shady fucking things.
Yeah.
As you know about like the cobalt mining situation going on, where a lot of their products
That's fucked up.
are built off of horrible slave labor,
Slavery.
and it's
Childs with whips.
legit children
Like legit.
mining where these mines can collapse on you at any moment.
Yeah, they can all die.
Just the
Or-
toxic.
Or even
Oh, and-
breathing in the cobalt is
Mm.
like not good for you.
Terrible for you.
Like even like working in the trades, like my dad, I remember when I was a kid, my dad would solder copper pipes. In order to solder them, you would use lead. And my dad was like, all right, put your shirt over your nose. Like as if that's going to do nothing. You
He
know
was
what I
just
mean?
eating that
My
lead.
dad would just eat it. It was crazy. And but yeah, it's like that, except these people aren't getting paid well. These people are getting paid to
Pennies.
pennies just to make sure that they eat. You
Yeah,
know?
they're getting paid nothing. And probably eating nothing.
Eating nothing. That's
Just so us here in America can.
We can have our flashy
right.
lifestyle.
Which
exactly.
Which brings me back to the UN being up in their ivory towers, playing like as if that they actually make a difference, but don't actually do anything.
Everyone turns a blind eye when it, if it benefits us. Okay. Like
Yeah, if it's making
look
us
this
money.
way.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And isn't that like, it's so crazy to me. Like I was just listening to Edward Snowden on the Rogan podcast, and like, what's crazy about that situation is he essentially, I look at him as the good guy in my opinion in the story, where he was working for the CIA,
NSA.
or NSA, whatever it was, and he saw that they were doing shady shit, that they weren't just using surveillance tech to survey terrorism, they were using surveillance tech to survey Americans.
They're using it for all the wrong reasons, but it's benefiting them and no one
And
else.
it's benefiting them and no one else, but they'll turn a blind eye that it's invading people, which is extremely like against an individual's privacy. And he was like, okay, like something needs to be done about
It's
this.
something that we should know about, and he told us about.
Like, should we not have
But he got banished to Serbia
Yeah,
for it.
literally.
right? Like, should we not have a say in that
Crazy.
at all? And they just didn't even think about that. And like, he had to leave. He had to flee the country because he essentially committed treason. But like, isn't that so crazy that they want to attack him for like doing essentially the morally correct thing?
Yeah, but to them it's not. They know what they want.
They know
And
it's
they-
not morally correct.
Yeah, they
what's-
don't just don't give a fuck.
But what's also crazy as a country, we were just told that our rights are being infringed on,
Yep,
and we don't do anything about it.
that happens all the time.
Because
Happens all the time,
no one
right?
actually cares.
No one actually cares.
Because if we do something about it, we'll be joining him in
or it's
Serbia.
like, what are we gonna do? Everyone's, what are we gonna do anyways?
You would
And-
need beyond a mass revolution. You would need like 90-something% of the population to go with
Yes.
it.
Yes, and Elon Musk money.
Yeah, you would need
Plus
a
some.
couple of those types of characters, like not in the fight, but like
Leading it.
supporting,
Yeah,
funding.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. But those are things that are so weird to me. Like, that's a perfect example. The war efforts going on in Ukraine and Israel, another thing where, like you said, it's just more money in their pockets. They don't care that innocent people are getting killed. That's
Iraq,
like-
Afghanistan, name them all.
And that's been-
count them on a hand.
and I can,
Jeez.
since I was born, they've been talking
It was a
about
20-year war.
problems in the Middle East. Like,
Yeah,
you've worked
Peace in
with
the
people
Middle
that were in Iraq, that
Oh yeah.
were there and saw some horrific things.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you want to talk about it, but
Yeah, I
you
mean,
can explain your what you've heard and what you know.
just it's kind of like the hard times quote, like hard times, hard men, whatever. Like probably no one over the age of 40, 45, or no one under the age of 45 like knows like what it's like for hard times, because of, like you said, technology expanding. The one people I will exclude in that, who are younger than 45, are people who fought in wars like from the U.S., Iraq, Afghanistan. They definitely hard men right there, men and women. Thank you for your service, by the way.
yeah, for real.
Shout out.
No,
But-
100%. Yeah, gotta thank
Um,
everyone for their efforts to giving us independence and freedom. Because obviously, if we compare the U.S. to other countries, we're definitely more free for
Yeah.
sure. Even though it's an illusion and all smoke and mirrors, but like
Right, you'll
We
never really be free,
we
but
could be in worse situations for sure. And I do have to recognize that. But like we talked about, I don't like the idea that like we're still cavemen in the fact that we're still fighting and shooting, killing innocent people over fucking chips, over nothing.
Yep.
We're like
over
we're-
resources.
over resources or territory. Like why are we conquering people as if we're back in the fucking Roman Empire days,
If
or
we-
like Genghis Khan days? Like
if we all work together as people,
just backwards.
we would be extremely advanced technology-wise and lifestyle. There wouldn't be a lack of resources anywhere. We could trade, or we'd be sharing everything.
Yeah.
If we're working together, we're sharing. The earth provides everything we need.
For
There's
sure,
no
for sure.
there's no shortage of oil. It regenerates, or like we're not gonna run out of oil,
Yeah.
but we fight over it like it's going out of style.
Well, yet again, they're incentivized to neuter or shut down or suppress any sort of technology or anything that's going to step on their toes. Because yet again, they're making billions upon billions.
Yep.
They don't want anything.
With a B. That's with a B.
Anything stepping on their toes. Like
Yeah.
you hear about all these people who potentially figure out like hydropower engines or different types of fucking technology that would take away Tesla's technology. They suppressed Tesla's technology. They can go back and forth saying whatever the reason was, but it's just odd.
It's
They-
some of the greatest technology we've ever made as humans. Tesla,
It's funny
Yeah.
you bring
Nikola
that up.
Tesla.
Because Nikola Tesla was supposed to create a way to like have
transmit electricity through the air.
transmit electricity through the air, which would require like we wouldn't have to pay for electricity.
Yeah.
And he was working on it, and then they, like you said, manipulated to cut the funding for it.
Because
They
guess
wouldn't be able
what?
to make a profit off it.
If no one's paying for electricity, no one's making money
And
off
for-
electricity.
And for everyone that knows, you live in a house, you live in an apartment, wherever you live in, you have electric meters on the side of your building. Those meters record how much electricity you use and how much you pay a month. And like that is like silly that like we do that, as
Should
a
not
process.
even be a thing.
Shouldn't even be a thing.
Yep.
Coming
I'm pretty-
from someone in the electrical field.
I'm pretty sure he also created a way to like water-powered cars.
Yeah, that's what I mean. There's all sorts of different little technologies that.
But you
would've-
can't sell water like that, or you're not gonna make money off water because it falls from the sky. Oil doesn't fall from the sky.
You know, it's illegal to collect rainwater in like some crazy amount of
What?
states. It's illegal to collect fucking rainwater.
That is ridiculous.
I don't know how they would even find out.
What is
right.
the reasoning? What's the penalty? Like what's
Why Poland
you know?
Springs in charge of that one?
Probably some bullshit like that. They don't want you getting free water. Why would they want you drinking free water? You gotta fucking pay.
You got to pay like everyone else.
I don't know.
So,
I would love to
I
know
mean-
their reason though.
we do pay for faucet water, but like
And
technically,
they put all poison and fluoride
Yeah.
and all sorts of
Oh
bullshit in
my
it.
god,
yeah. What do you think about things they say that fluoride's like good for you?
It's a neurotoxin.
it's not good for
Really?
you.
It's a neurotoxin.
Don't they
You're
say
not-
it's good for your teeth?
Yeah, that's the guys. Yeah, we put fluoride in the water because we care about your teeth. We care about you guys so much. We put it in your fucking faucet water.
They put
Well, think about how dirty the pipe system is from all these years.
That alone,
like my dad's a plumber. Like it's disgusting. The shit,
that guy
like,
lays pipe.
actual shit,
Literally.
literally,
And,
and figuratively. That was a good one. But no, I mean that's crazy stuff to me. I don't know. We live in a weird world.
we live in a fucked up world.
That's
dude.
it's fucked up because
Dude, I
like
remember-
I said, I don't like how we're supposedly so advanced, but like we still do bullshit things to each other.
But the thing is, that's not like I talk to Roman about this shit like all the time.
Shouts Roman, by the way.
Yeah, it's
Big shouts to Roman.
Roman, come on the pod.
Come on the
please.
pod.
Does he watch these?
I don't know.
Did he watch the one with you? He must have.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know.
He's gonna watch the one that he's on. I'll put it that
well,
way. So
yeah,
come on the
maybe.
pod, Roman.
Tell
Big
him
shouts.
to join whenever, because I'd love to
he's
have him.
yeah. I only see him like once a week now. Dude,
That's-
good for
that's
me.
sad.
He's IT, right? You said.
Yeah, like coding and shit.
Oh wow,
Damn.
he knows
shit.
tech. He
A little
knows
bit,
tech.
a little bit.
Coding,
yeah.
Huh? He must be nasty with a computer.
A little bit.
But bring it back to this real quick, because you reminded me. Poland Springs, they used to have this product right here. We'll put it up on the screen.
Fluoride.
It's like little waters that were like for kids,
I
basically.
think I remember that.
Spring water, and a big word, big in the fucking logo, fluoride, with added fluoride,
You should not.
neurotoxin. I think they've took it off. They don't sell them anymore, but
You should not be drinking fluoride.
especially not children.
No, I
yeah,
wouldn't.
that's the whole point why they push that shit, because it fucks up their
Oh.
development. That's fucking crazy.
That
crazy.
is wild.
I also like here. I think we live in America. Like you should be able to drink out of tap water, but I wouldn't trust it.
Yeah, you gotta filter it.
Right. Brita filters, if those even work. I don't
No,
even know.
those don't even work. You gotta get a reverse osmosis type
RO
thing.
water, is that really the one?
Yeah.
Do you use that?
Yeah, I have bought a little machine that just does it.
Okay, how does that work?
I don't know what it does inside, but it's got like crazy filtration or something like that.
Yeah.
The Brita
Okay.
the Brita ones are just kind of like for show.
Yeah, Brita's like you pour it through like a sieve, and then
It's,
like, all
it's
right,
basically
clean.
a sieve. Like reverse osmosis is like a permeable like layer where it's like only water gets filtered through. They say like it's so ultra filtered that like it takes out all like the minerals and vitamins that are within water. They're saying it's like technically like not a good thing. But,
Yeah,
like,
you gotta
it's pure,
remineralize it.
But like yeah, like there's no minerals in it, which is like
So could you? Because I've heard of technology being developed. Like you could transform like seawater into drinkable water
I don't know.
through maybe something like that. But that would be. That's probably Nikolai Tesla was on something with that too, and they shut it down
The
too. I
ocean,
mean,
drink the ocean water. I've always
Yeah.
wondered that. They're always like, no, we can't drink ocean water. I'm like, bro, it's 2023. You're telling me there's not a way that you
Right.
can't fucking fix the ocean water to make people drink it? That's crazy.
that's what I mean. Like we're supposed to be this so advanced, but we're not, because I think it just fits the agenda of, you know, how to make money, how
Yeah.
to finesse people. Because like here's the thing,
absolutely.
I'm all for finessing the system. Like if you want to go into a fucking Stop and Shop and steal an apple, go the fuck ahead and do it, because Stop and Shop is fucking finessing us every single day. If you want to go to Home Depot and steal a fucking light bulb, go fucking do that. Who gives a shit? Like
I
they-
don't disagree with you.
They finesse us
But
every day.
We don't promote stealing.
No, be a good person.
Give back.
Don't steal from people that like.
But
really
we do
need
get
it. Like,
finessed. We do get finessed.
If you steal from a small store, like if you went to a sub shop in fucking Topsfield and you just stole it from a fucking
Why
guy just like
Topsfield?
trying to feed his family. I don't know, I'm just saying. If you steal it from a small sub shop, that's scumbag shit because that person's just trying to feed his family. But if you steal it from, you stole an iPhone from Apple, dude, fuck Steve Jobs. Like, fucking take that Apple fucking phone. I don't know. Like, I think like those big companies, those big corporations are like clearly benefiting off our labor, of what we do.
Not even our labor, the slave labor. When it goes to Apple and shit.
Especially that.
Yeah.
But like even the common man, like it is benefiting off the common man. And like if you, because like I see videos all the time of people stealing like power tools from Home Depot and shit. Like I get it, it's fucked up. Like don't steal. Like I'm not encouraging bad people, but I'm encouraging that if you can finesse the system, finesse the fucking system because it finesses us every day. There's one.
We
story,
do get finessed.
We get finessed bad, dude. It's like bad. But there's this one story. You guys know DOT, of course. You know Mass DOT.
Yeah.
There was like a big thing in the news. You guys might have heard about it. But it was an electrician that worked for Mass DOT that obviously they use a ton of copper wiring. And if you guys know, you can turn in copper wiring and get paid a lot of money
Big
for
bread.
it. I think it's like $3 per pound, right? Which like doesn't sound like a lot, but like when you work for Mass DOT where they use ridiculous amounts of
A lot of pounds.
copper, this guy gets the copper from the supply house through Mass DOT, so they spend tens of thousands of dollars on this copper. He just takes it to the scrapyard where they take it and then give him $10,000s of dollars of the money just for the copper. Now he gets to take that home and benefit off that. Like, yes, that is scummy, but we get finessed every day by the system like that. So like
Scummy and illegal.
yeah, he got caught and it is illegal. I don't know whatever ended up happening with him, but like it's just like if he found the loophole where he's like, okay, I can get the wire for free, take it to the scrapyard, get paid for it, like well for it.
Yeah.
Like if you have a lot of copper from a job, like you can get like thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars. And if he's hiring like getting free ridiculous amounts of copper wire, like he was pocketing big time.
This is kind of reminds me. This is kind of a little different, but you know, like the traffic going into Boston for work is absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Always.
This guy, I think you might have heard this too, and so there's like the HOV lane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where it's like
I got pulled
carpool.
over in that one time.
Yep. Yeah, because what? You
I
were
had to
by
go to
yourself,
court.
right?
I was by myself. I
So
had to go to court, dude. It was terrible. I'll tell that story after.
This guy, I guess he was doing it for years,
I was
like
18.
6 years. He would go in the HOV lane every day by himself. Never got caught for 6 years, but it's because he had a blow up, either a blow up doll or a mannequin
Like a sex
in the
doll?
passenger seat. I don't know what kind of doll it was, but it worked for him for a while.
That's the system, baby. Fuck them.
But he got caught. But that's just how cutthroat getting into Boston, the commute is.
Yeah.
you
Dude,
know.
no one wants to be stuck in William T. Morrissey Boulevard fucking...
No one wants to be in
tunnel.
traffic.
The fucking trains don't even work. Like my friend Justin takes the train all the time,
at all.
and he has like a mental breakdown every other week because they just don't fucking work.
Yes,
Never.
they have. There's an
always
issue
down.
with public transportation.
But I don't get why. Like, wouldn't you think throwing an assload of money at that problem would fix it, but somehow it doesn't? How does that, like,
Because-
that shows you money doesn't fix everything, apparently.
It's true.
No,
That's
because
true.
they just give it to the union workers that don't do shit. Union workers get paid crazy money to do literally nothing.
to do nothing.
And it, like, have you seen The Sopranos?
No.
So in The Sopranos, they depict what is called a no-show.
Okay.
And like what a no-show job was for them was they would work within the union, like where these mafiosos would be on the payroll, and they would either not show up and get paid or just show up and do nothing. That's technically like a no-show job. And so like, again, I don't know how much mafiosos are playing roles in society nowadays, but I bet they do still somewhat.
Yeah.
The big ones that we don't know about.
Definitely.
And
What
That's-
the fluff is that?
What was that?
raccoons just going crazy
Oh,
or
for
some
real?
shit. Probably. It's got to be.
Yeah, raccoons are practicing their WWE moves out back.
So,
We gotta get to the table. They can break through it, maybe.
But like, yeah, the money is just getting spent elsewhere. It's getting pushed elsewhere instead of like, dude, look at the roads. How many times you hit a pothole a day? Dude, I hit
Every time I wince
every
it,
time
it
I
hurts my
look at
soul. It hurts my soul. When you hit a bad pothole, you're like,
Dude,
just
it can
the worst.
fuck your shit up. People's tires pop. People's fucking,
Rims get twisted, bent.
like
Oh.
yeah, the beams that support it get fucking broken. Like it's so fucked, and like they don't change, dude. They just do the same
Highway
shit.
workers, union in general.
Where are my tax dollars truly going? Into
the
Biden's
union
pocket?
incentivizes like
war.
into
Right.
Uncle Sam's pocket is where it's going. Into
You really think about how much we're taxed? It's a fucking lot,
Dude.
Like
Yeah.
it's a lot.
25%.
absurd.
What was it?
I work 100% of the time to get paid 75% of the time. How
It's
does that
probably
make any
less.
sense?
It's probably less than that, to be honest.
You think so?
Yeah. Because you think about all the invisible taxes that you don't realize that
Yeah.
you're paying.
Yeah.
Something like income tax wasn't even. It was a. What was it? It was a temporary tax. And here we are, however many years fucking later, we still have income
It's
tax.
it's still there.
It's always
And-
under the guise of being temporary.
And isn't it crazy
Yes.
that we
yes.
did our the Revolutionary War was because we wanted to be independent from Britain because they were taxing us for no fucking reason. They
Yeah,
were just
bro.
taking money from
Yeah, and
us.
everyone's bending over paying it.
No
And-
taxation without representation.
But yet, that is still occurring to this day, where we're getting taxed without representation.
That's the thing.
And
Like
everyone's like, "What are we gonna do? Throw tea in the harbor again?" Dude, shut the fuck up! Like,
I
you guys think it's so
would.
fucking funny,
Bro, we need
like
something.
we need
we
something.
need something. Tea in the harbor. Elon Musk, do something. Use that fuck you money.
Well, Elon is benefiting from it. Is the problem?
Well, yeah, that is true. Like the higher power, they just replay the same like playbook over and over.
Like you
Look at
said,
it.
nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun. Look at COVID, right? 2020. Shut the world down. Pandemic. We already talked about how much money it made people. All this huge way to control people. You rewind exactly 100 years. What's in 1920? Spanish flu. Same exact concept.
You're right. They wore masks back then.
Wore masks.
Yeah.
It killed a ton of people.
Killed a ton of
So did
people.
COVID. Controlled the world. It's just the higher power is controlling, using their power.
Right. Except
To-
back then, the Illuminati or whatever invisible third party, fucking whatever it was, controlling us to make us take vaccines. And I'm not anti-vax. Like I want to stretch that apart. Like I've got all my vaccines. I've been boosted. Trust me, I got the COVID vaccine, and I actually worked on COVID research when I first graduated from college, and
Shout out. Saving the
Shouts.
world.
so like I was a part of it. But I just didn't like how they made it a mandatory thing.
Yeah.
That like you had to do this. Like literally you
Because
can't,
it's
if you don't
going
get
to
this-
control. It's used to control.
Right. If you don't get this, you can't go out to grocery stores. If you don't get this, you can't go to work. If you don't get this, you can't do this. You can't do that. Like that's like
People
The-
fell right in line.
right. That's the most
People
like
fell right in
utmost
line.
form of controlling you. That
Dude,
like
it
you
put
can't
people,
live your life.
It put people at each other's throats. Like I've
Dude.
never
Bad.
seen anything like
Never
it.
seen
It was
it.
fucking
It
unbelievable.
pit people against each other. It's like pro-vax or pro-vaxxers, anti-vaxxers,
Which is fucking crazy.
at each other's throats.
It's fucking crazy
Mm.
saying that you shouldn't.
Unbelievable.
That you should have the choice to get an experimental vaccine. It's fucking
an
crazy.
experimental. Yeah, exactly. Key word.
Like it's. I don't know, man.
And then that's the other thing. Pandemic, everyone's sitting at home doing nothing. And what does the government do or higher power, whatever? We see huge like race wars, outrage,
Right.
two sides pinned against each other. So all the population and the masses are focused
Just
on that.
super divided.
Yeah, they always got us focused on some
We're
bullshit.
it's a distraction.
It's always a
Smoke
distraction.
and mirrors.
So-
Smoke and mirrors to lead us away from what's really going on.
It really is amazing if like people could just like I know it's hard to do because everyone's just so focused in their day-to-day lives, but if literally all we could all just pull out and look at it from the top view and just
Yeah,
be
eagle
like,
eye.
why are we all fighting each other when it's a select few people that are making it this fucking way?
That are yes, exactly.
But we all want to fight with each other. It's a few people making it this way. It's fucking crazy. It's
yes,
crazy.
it's
Dude,
wild.
we just
bro.
make
It's
lateral
wild.
moves. We just go left, right, left, right,
It's
left, right. We just go back and forth. We never go forward. It's left, right, left, right. And
It's because
They got us good though. Like I will say, like you
Gotta
gotta
give
give
it
it
to
to
'em.
them.
Gotta
You
give
really
it to
do.
'em.
They
Yeah.
have us
They
in a
have
fucking
it-
chokehold.
they have it figured
majority
out. They have
the
it figured
majority
out.
of people are sheep. with like the wool pulled over their eyes. They don't see anything. They just live their normal life. They think this is the way life is. This is what it is. This is how it's gonna be.
Well, like,
and they're probably right. It's gonna be like that because there's not much we could do.
I think it's getting
but
better.
It is getting better. I will agree with that.
Because
I
people
hope.
are finally starting to wake up to mainstream media.
Yes.
Finally.
well,
Yes.
that brings me to a topic I wanted to bring up. Like, how do you guys get your media? Like, Ty, like, what do you look towards to find out like news and things, and like what do you go to?
So personally, I try to stay out of the news because it's all biased. Like depending on what website or what channel you're watching or whatever, they're gonna present the news in a different way. They're gonna present
It's always biased, yes.
different news.
But like you gotta be like when I found out like, oh, Elon Musk scorched earth letter, like how do you like I just found out Conor McGregor is getting tested, but USADA is getting canceled in December. Like
Oh,
where do
really?
you find this is a crazy story.
I saw he was the USADA thing, but I didn't know it was getting canceled apparently.
It might be.
He just got tested a couple days ago, but in order to fight in the UFC, you need 6 months clean records of, not taking in those 6 months, not having any performance enhancers. But I guess the UFC is canceling their partnership with USADA, and it's ending December 31st, which is 3 months from now.
Yeah.
So essentially, McGregor will only have a couple months of being tested, and then what? Is he good to go?
Is the fight gonna happen?
Is the fight
and he's
gonna happen?
He's gonna be able to juice in the 3 months after.
Is the UFC gonna just take it into their own hands and test these people, or are they gonna get another third party to do this? Like, what's going on here? Like, here's the thing: I'm a huge McGregor fan. Like, he's in my Mount Rushmore of UFC goats. However, though, he has put on a lot of weight, a lot of muscle. I think he could do it
Big
naturally
body.
for sure. He's big body. He's weighing in like he easily looks at least 185, and he used to fight at 145. Used to weigh, like
That's a
he's-
big swing.
He's
Yeah.
gained
That's
like
a big
30 pounds
swing.
of muscle. 30 pounds of muscle is doable, especially for an athlete like him that has all the resources all the time in the world. However, it can raise eyebrows. Like, do I think he did it naturally? Yeah, I think he absolutely could have. Do I also think he could have taken enhancements? For sure. So, like, I don't really have an answer of if he did it or didn't. However, this whole USADA thing has my mind in a fucking blender, and I don't really understand what's going on. Like, what is the UFC doing? I get it. McGregor has fuck you money.
Dana White
He has pull.
Dana White could be behind it. He's trying to control.
I guess when you're McGregor,
the viewership.
Yeah, when you're McGregor and you have all the pull, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Absolutely.
Which is like fine, but like,
He's a billionaire too
dude, he's the highest paid athlete confirmed.
because of Proper 12,
Yeah,
right?
his whiskey.
Well,
Yeah.
highest paid athlete strictly from the sport, but also because of his sponsors, endorsements, his companies, everything. Like McGregor, you got to give it to McGregor, like a guy that came from literally fucking poor Ireland, my bad.
yeah.
Was a plumber in Ireland,
Laying pipe.
Laying pipe.
Shout out.
and legit had nothing. Like, that's why he was such a good fighter. He had fucking nothing.
That's what
And-
you need to become a fighter.
You need that drive. You
You
need
have
that.
nothing.
You need that fight in you, which is why he was so fucking good, knocking everyone out. His first ever fight in the UFC was TD Garden.
Yeah.
Knocked the guy out first round.
Yeah.
Fucking insane. This is before he had tattoos.
Was that when was his first one fighting that what was his name? Marcus something.
I forget the guy's name. It was a nobody, but he knocked his ass out.
Let's look it up.
We can look up his first UFC fight.
Look it
his-
up, Larry.
Look up Tapology.
Marcus-
Conor McGregor Tapology.
Marcus something.
And I forget what I was gonna say, but like
He had that dog in him, and he was just fucking.
he had
everyone
that
up.
dog in him and fucking everyone up. But like once he got there, once he knocked out Jose Aldo and became the champ, what you made it. What else is there to fight for?
Yeah.
And like you lose that dog and you lose that drive. Like it's like when you're already at the top, like you can only go down, right? And like they compare that to artists and rappers. Like Eminem was at the top, Jay-Z at the top, Biggie, Tupac, everyone at the top. They all kind of fall down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like it's not
You
sustainable.
can't be on the top forever.
It's not sustainable
Yeah.
because there's other dogs trying to get to where you're at.
Yeah.
Like,
Marcus Brimage.
Yeah.
Wow.
was the first one. Good call, Mike. Good
call.
call.
You're a beast.
Because I know him because he was on the Ultimate Fighter, and he was pretty fucking good too.
Yeah.
He looks like Big Dog. I mean, he's 5'4", but he looks yoked.
5'4", 145
But
division.
Connor at 145, dude, he looked skinny.
Yeah, he looked like he looked like a crackhead.
Yeah.
a little
He looked
bit.
like a crackhead, dude. Which
Yeah, no. I think he's definitely on something now.
You think
because
he takes
after
things?
his leg break, I think they definitely had him on some peptides and all sorts of shit for
Yeah.
recovery, and he blew up like a balloon after his injury. I mean,
right.
not that
But
that's a bad
he
thing.
was trying to go to 170 because remember when he fought Nate Diaz at 170?
Yeah.
Like he was trying to get up there. Like he was slowly already trying to gain weight and move away from 155. But now he's more than 170.
Yeah.
He looks like he could be 190, like maybe 200. I don't know. He's what, 5'10", 5'9"?
5'9".
So he's tall. He's tall for a
He's a
UFC
tall
fighter,
fighter, yeah.
in like the 155 range. Because they're usually like my height, like 5'4", 5'5". And
You're 6'5". When you stand on your money.
yeah, on my money like Lil Uzi.
Yes, sir.
But like, yeah. So that's why I think he did natural, because he was already aiming towards the 170. Like he wanted to become the first ever 3-belt champ,
Yeah.
which obviously he fell through. But like, that's the thing. The jump from 155 to 170 is vastly different. Like
Yeah.
you're looking at
Worlds apart.
Kamaru
Worlds
Usman, who looks like the Black Panther,
The Greek god.
the Greek god, versus Islam Makhachev, who is like 5'7" and Dagestani, and just doesn't. I mean, not that he doesn't look like a Greek god, but like, to look at that 15-pound difference is crazy, because Usman walks around at like 200, and he has to cut 30 pounds to get there. Islam's walking around 170.
The weigh-in, that's also kind of an asterisk, because they weigh in the
Asterisk.
night before, and then after they can just eat, drink as much as they want. Obviously, you can't overdo it, but
Yeah.
they definitely fight way heavier than they weigh in at.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you? It's
Why
an
wouldn't
advantage.
it's an advantage.
Yeah.
It's an
Huge advantage.
weight advantage is the number one. That's why they do it, is because it's a huge, like, if a true 170 fought Kamaru Usman, who isn't a true 170, they would get waxed.
Yes.
Absolutely waxed.
Yeah.
Like murdered.
Because he's a true, 195.
Because he's a true 200-pounder.
Yeah.
If we were fighting true to our walking around weights, it'd be a much harder time, you know?
Yeah.
But you're right. Like, you know who Julian Edelman is, of course.
Yeah.
So Julian Edelman also had an injury where he was caught, using...
Juicing up.
You
Juicing
should
up.
be allowed to do
performance
that,
enhancers to
though.
heal back
Yes.
up, right? To
Yeah,
heal
literally
back
just
up.
to heal.
Yeah.
But
That's a
essentially,
good point.
it is it's an enhancement for sure.
Suspended 4 games.
You know,
Rogan brought up a great point, though. It's like,
Explain it, yeah.
let them, like, they should be allowed to, yet again, take them for recovery and shit, and even have it but just regulate the levels of testosterone that they can be at. You can't go fucking crazy
Yeah.
with it, but just if they want to reach a certain
It
threshold
should be a
of it,
legal limit. Legal amount.
why wouldn't you want your fighters recovered and back in fighting game as soon as they can?
It's good for the sport. It would only be better for the sport. Better for the athletes too.
As long as it's transparent, there shouldn't be a problem with it.
I agree.
Yes.
With you. Like,
Absolutely.
but there are drugs that aren't enhancing for like physical or athletic capabilities. There are drugs like, do you know what EPO is?
I hear that all the time.
It's erythropoietin. What it is, if you go to Colorado, right, since it's at an elevation, you will begin to
Create more white blood cells or red blood cells.
red blood cells, right, that hold oxygen, right? Yeah. So if you go to Colorado, the elevation, your body has to adapt to that because you're at thinner air.
Yeah.
So your body needs to learn how to carry more oxygen. So if you go to Colorado and you go back here, you will probably feel like you can run through brick walls.
Yeah.
Because you have that advantage now. So what
elevation.
That elevation, right? So what EPO does is it does that artificially. So it's the same thing as going to Colorado and
getting used to that elevation.
getting used to that elevation, but you're taking it now as a drug. And like the reason, but like that won't help you musculature wise. That won't help you become Arnold Schwarzenegger. That won't help you become stronger. But what it will help you with is your endurance, which is essentially number one for
recovery
things like
time too. That's endurance
right,
basically
having
is
more
that.
oxygen, right? It'll have you run faster, jump higher, which is what you need in UFC. You need endurance
Throw harder punches.
to last 25, 30 minutes in a ring. Like, imagine having EPO and being in the league and you're Tyreek Hill.
That would be absurd.
It would just be you're not getting tired. You're literally not getting tired. You would play both ways and not get tired because you have so much oxygen.
Yeah.
There are things that you can do that don't necessarily increase your physical capabilities. They just help your endurance. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Or your healing.
It's like the same shit with peptides and shit.
Yes, I've heard
It's like
peptides
this.
is on to something.
Yeah.
This is good for inflammation. This is good to heal, for rest, recovery.
It's true.
I think they
Sure.
should be allowed to do it as long as it's transparent and they put a threshold on it so someone can't be walking in with fucking 12 times the amount of testosterone like an animal.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. I
mean,
agree.
And look at how many times John Jones was caught with shit, and he still
That's
fought.
what I mean. Like it's all like
He
an
would have
illusion.
coke in his system
Yeah.
and still fight. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's in your system for what, like 2 days? So you know he did it the night before.
Literally, exactly.
It's not like
I
he
think
had
he
to.
said that. I think he said he would go party hard, like a week or even
He's
a couple of
admitted.
days before his fights.
Yeah, the
He's
week
admitted.
before.
Are you a big UFC guy?
I
I
definitely.
feel like you're pretty into it.
I think I know more than like an average person, but I'm not heavy into it. But no, I do like it.
You dabble. You dabble.
Yeah, I dabble a little bit.
Hell yeah.
Did you see that? You know who Charles Oliveira is?
Yeah.
He had to back out of his fight with Islam.
Wow.
You know who Islam is?
I feel like I do.
He's Khabib's boy.
Okay.
You know who Khabib
yeah,
is?
yeah.
The Dagestanis are running UFC shit right now, which
Yeah.
is crazy. Which I get it, man. Like, they fucking wrestle bears. And what's so cool about like their grappling is just like so far advanced to like BJJ, which is like jiu-jitsu is like the number one like grappling, like what you will learn for UFC. But what I think they do sambo, the Dagestanis, it's essentially their jiu-jitsu, and it just like negates any other fighting technique. I don't know why. They just kill everyone. Like, so Islam is supposed to fight Charles. Charles has the most subs in UFC history. He's a jits god. Islam,
Just like yourself, Rand.
I'm only a blue belt, man.
Oh, you
Hey.
do jujitsu?
I was grinding for a minute. I did it for almost 4 years consecutively. Grinding my balls off. Loved it. It was a grind, but yeah, I got my blue belt around my 3rd year. It's a long, like you really got to
It's a
show
long
loyalty.
journey.
It's a long journey. Like you can have the skill, but like they won't give it to you unless like you show like dedication, loyalty,
Dedication,
love,
consistency.
consistency. Like a lot of times, like I will see guys that are skilled. Like this kid should be a fucking brown belt already, but they won't give it to him until he's kind of earned it in a sense.
Yeah. For
And
sure.
but yeah, I got my blue belt, and then like, you know, life got in the way. I plan on going back. I want to get a black belt. I want to get there, but right
That'd be
now with
sick.
school
That
and
would be
work and
sick.
just
And
kind of
then-
starting over with my life,
and then you'll be on a card. You're gonna.
Then I fight Volkanovski for the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do
Or-
jujitsu.
Or you're gonna fight some
Dude,
other
you have
YouTuber.
the perfect build for
It's
it.
expensive though, isn't it? It's kind of
It's
why I didn't.
expensive.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do it.
It's expensive, but like you can figure that out. You get cool with some people, and but you got the perfect build for it. You're tall, lanky. It's best
yeah.
thing because you have so much more advantage. Where like you have more leverage,
Yeah.
long limbs. You're able to crank things better. You're able to slip out of things more. Like having long legs can like legit save you in like creating space.
Yeah.
You know, it's super helpful.
Like
Like
your boy John Jones.
both you
John
boys.
Jones.
Both you
Tall
boys
dog.
would be demons. Like, but trust me, there are guys I've seen shorter than me that I've rolled with that like toss like big boys. Like they just know their
Angles, right?
they know their angles, they know their leverages, they just know how to get people off balance. It's like the push pull, right?
Yeah.
And like when you're on your back, when you're on your bike, kind of rock people, you can kind of get your hooks in where you can literally just like control someone where they like can't even touch the floor because you're controlling all their limbs. And I saw this kid that, this Brazilian kid, shorter than me. I'm short, and I was like looking down on him.
6'5" on your money though.
And dude, he would just like high level people. He was a brown belt, but like even high level people he was rolling with, like big boys, he would just fuck them up, take their back, choke them out 2 seconds.
Yeah,
see
I'm
you.
not surprised.
I was like, damn, dude, like this guy, like
Hey, if you're
Fuck.
good, you're good. Doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
size don't matter.
it was so hard because like
Size don't like. It's all relative.
size
right?
does matter. You're right, but like
Size don't matter. It's about the dog in the fight, not the fight in the no. It's about,
about the size of the dog, not the size of the
it's the size of the fight in the
Fight in the dog,
not the dog in the fight.
Yes, my bad. But dude, like he had really broken English, and I would like always pick his brain because he's a small guy. I'm a small guy. Like I need to be learning from people like this because obviously when you drill in class and they teach you situations that you'll be in, how to defend, how to attack, like those are all important to know the fun. Like it's like learning a language. However, implementing that language is now different for everybody. You're taller than me. You know, you weigh more. Like you have different advantages.
Right.
Like
Right, but that's why there's weight classes.
Right, but like you executing those angles are going to be different for me because I might have to do something a little different because I'm shorter, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's why I wanted to learn from him because he's short and he's kicking ass. But it was so hard because of the language barrier because he spoke very little English. So I would try to like learn from him, pick his brain like as much, and like, dude, he would just like show me the craziest shit and he'd be like, simple. He would just
What belt was he?
He was brown belt. So he's essentially a black belt, but just hasn't done it long enough yet.
Yeah.
You know, he's at like year 8 or 9, and you got to be at year like 10, 11
That's
to be a
crazy.
black belt. So like
That is crazy.
at that point, you just
That is
refine
crazy.
your skill. You know, when you're black belt, like to me, there's really no difference between a purple belt and a black belt, except that just time.
Yeah.
You essentially have when you're a purple belt, you essentially have all the knowledge of being in situations, how to get in them, how to get out of them, and at that point, it's just refining your technique, honing your skill, really just like maturing. Maturing is like a big one. Being able to be intuitive, like trust yourself in situations, because a lot of the time it's instinctual. You know, it's just like it's like survival at that point. You're about to get choked out. Like,
Yeah,
all right, I
for
gotta
real.
survive. You know what I mean? So there's some moments where like it's hard to fucking breathe. It's claustrophobic. Like you're put in bad situations where it's like you don't want to be in.
It's good though.
It's-
Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
It's challenging,
That's
right?
why I'd want to do it.
It's
Right.
challenging. Like we just
yeah,
talked about. Like
it gives you that part, like that experience.
It makes all the bullshit in life easier. If
Yes.
you're constantly under,
Hell
literally
yeah.
like you were saying, you're gonna get choked the fuck out and you're claustrophobic and your head's being pinned against the floor. It makes a lot of the bullshit easier.
Yeah, you get used to it, or like you. Exactly. I mean,
It's like-
you
it's like
said it perfectly.
No, you said it. But get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Yes.
Yes.
But that's like extreme uncomfortable. So
Right.
if you can do that
it,
shit,
it puts you in
Fuck
your
yeah.
in your like most vulnerable moments, right? And like where you're gasping for air, and it's hard. And like what we talked about earlier is that like I feel like everyone for sure, but I feel like men specifically need to go through challenges, need to be challenged, need to go through hard times to grow, to learn, like to be down bad at fucking rock bottom and climb the way back. I feel like men specifically need that because I feel like it forges maturity, and it just forges you as a man. It just makes you grizzled, essentially. Like
that's a good word.
look at Johnny B. Johnny B didn't get to where he's at without some struggle.
Dude, he like went to prison and shit.
He went to prison.
Or
Dude,
jail.
I think he was like, because he almost killed a guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Johnny B. Do I know him?
John Bernthal.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Shouts out.
I had no idea who you were
I
talking
call him
about.
Johnny
right
B because he's just the homie, and
there.
he's
Yeah, he's a dog. He's a dog.
But like, he's been through some shit.
Yep.
Like he like you said, he went to jail, almost like killed a guy, like was probably facing life in prison. Like things are going bad, and he went to film school in Russia, like acting school in Russia, like lived in Russia, like
That's crazy.
saw some horrible things, and like was like, we're not in the U.S. anymore. Like life is different over here. Like saw some shit, and I look at like the man
What'd
he
he see?
is.
He saw some like mob guy beating up a girl in a
Like-
taxi.
like killing a girl,
Yeah, like fucking her up.
like busting her brains in, like kicking her skull in type shit.
And then didn't he try to like intervene and the
And
guy
he-
was like, mind your business.
And he like, so Johnny B, being the guy he is, was about to go fuck these guys
Dog.
up, and probably would have, but they pulled out a gat, and the guy in Russian like just like said some shit,
Like,
and like he
get the
was-
fuck out of
yeah,
there.
something along the lines of like just keep going.
He said something in
Like,
Russian, but he like didn't understand it, and he like recognized he was an American, and goes like, "Get the fuck out of here!" And he's like, "What are you gonna do?" He's like, "We're not in the U.S. anymore. We gotta this gun." You know what I mean? I bet he
Wow.
would have knocked them out though if they had no guns.
Maybe.
He's a G.
Yeah, it depends how many.
He's big into boxing, isn't he?
I
I
think
feel
so.
like he trains.
Yeah.
He's like Frank Grillo. Frank Grillo does
He's
that
a
shit.
dog.
Frank Grillo's
He's a
sick
dog.
too.
You know who Frank Grillo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Frank Grillo's sick.
Have you seen his show Kingdom?
No, is that the MMA one?
That's the MMA one.
Yeah, no.
Dude, you gotta watch that shit.
Maybe.
A girl put me onto it. It was a really good movie. I mean, show. It was fire. It's really like dramatic,
I'd imagine.
which is why like
With
girls
Frank
love
Grillo
it.
in it. Yeah.
And but like he's like also like a legit fighter, and he does a good job in it.
You ever watch those men's health videos where they like, what the fuck?
Dude, he was looking shredded in that.
You know what video I'm talking
I
about?
know exactly what
What
you're
is it? A
talking
food
about.
video?
He is
They're
shredded.
going through their kitchen or day routine or some shit like that. They got him for
Yeah.
all a bunch of different actors.
I forget, but like, dude, he had like a 12-pack and he's like 50.
Yeah, he's
It's
on
like-
something a little bit.
You think he has to be?
Hey, dude,
Must
when you
be,
get that
right?
age, you kind of have.
You gotta have to like take like medical testosterone,
just to keep
like
your level
even your
normal.
levels. Yeah, that is. I mean, yeah, at that age, like, why wouldn't you? Right, like
if
you're
it's my
50
job
years
too,
old.
like those are the roles he gets. So
Your
he probably
job.
does take a little bit more.
Like Hugh Jackman, dude. Like, don't get me wrong,
Hugh Jackman is huge.
He's a
He's
genetic
jacked.
freak, but like, even him at like his like he's like 60, still playing Wolverine
Yeah.
and looking like insane.
Yeah.
Like
The Rock. The Rock's gotten only bigger.
The Rock
And
has
now he's just
only
kinda
gone
maintained?
in better shape. Yeah,
People think he's natural, dude.
The way he works out
just
is
look at
crazy.
his dad,
though.
though.
But you
Look at
think-
his dad,
But
though.
you need something to recover from that much, don't you? When you get to that level, you need at least something just to not get. He's like always doing it. He never gets injured or nothing.
How old is he?
He's like
He's
up
in his
there.
50s, yeah.
'Cause you got to see how old he is. Maybe like 55 or
Oh,
some
He's
shit.
50. The Rock is easily 50, but you've seen his dad.
Yeah, no, he's got great genetics.
got
but
great
if you-
genetics.
But what I always said about The Rock is if you look at him,
51.
you look at him in the movie The Game Plan. That's like his physique, and he could definitely build up a little from there. Where he's at now compared to then,
He's like superhero.
he like looked
He looks
Is
attainable.
ridiculous. Yes.
The Game Plan was
He's
like
a
his,
dou-
Oh,
I think
no.
I kicked. I think I kicked the light.
Oh, bro, I thought we were under attack.
We said too much about the
I was like,
government.
is this it?
Yo,
We ex-
they heard us.
We've been speaking the truth too much.
They lurking us. The Rock, when he played Black Adam, is when I kind of like started recognizing, because he's always been huge.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, it's classic The Rock just being big. But like when he did the Black Adam,
Yeah, that was crazy.
And we back.
I
and
like
we back.
noticed. I was like,
Vice.
oh no, like he's the Vice are back. Hey. I noticed like what he looked like for this. I was like, oh, he's like different now.
Yeah, now you built different.
Yeah.
At 51, dude.
Like like
51.
51.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle at 51.
That's
Just
insane.
like
He is. But that's movie magic.
Yeah, that's insane.
They add a little bit to that. That's.
If that's attainable, which I don't think it
Oh
is.
my god. I don't know, bro.
I don't think that is, dude, at all.
Is The Rock natural?
The question of the century. I don't think he is.
I just don't know. Like this was another picture. I remember he posted
He's
this on his
51
Instagram.
looking like that.
This was
yeah.
him when he was
That
filming
is-
Black Adam.
absurd.
Bro, and he never has injuries or nothing. And works out like that fucking crazy. Just from injury risk alone.
He works. He has a traveling gym.
He does.
Yes, he does. The Iron Shop or some shit. Apparently, he wanted no padding on his
That's crazy. That's
On
a
his
crazy
shits.
statement.
and like.
That is a statement.
I mean, it does not look far off. That is a crazy statement, right? Like in The Boys, Homelander has padding.
He's mad padded. You could tell in that show
Homelander
too, which sucks.
oh yeah.
I
is-
wish he was Jack.
is padded, but like he's supposed to be Jack. But
Yeah.
in real life, like that guy is not yoked.
Yeah, it just sucks.
Yeah.
And in Homelander looks like Captain America,
Yeah.
like Chris Evans type shit. Also, what his legs look. Sorry,
Mhm.
what the fuck?
His legs are dummy.
You're that shredded at 50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Year
Like,
round.
Year round, you can't be that shredded.
Year
Like,
round.
He's on shit.
All like
He's on
every
shit.
time you see him, he's more jacked. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Like, dude, this is recent because he has the new tattoo.
Yeah. Dude, he's definitely like on adrenochrome or some crazy shit.
What the fuck is that?
That's like the conspiracy that like all these Hollywood elites and shit, they drink the blood of kids to like basically like the fountain of youth type shit. But apparently
Dude,
they
don't tell me
fuck.
that's what they were like trafficking the people with the wafer, fucking.
Epstein and shit.
Yeah.
They think it's like a whole like
Do you
crazy
remember when they were
operation
like
that.
shipping people through cabinets?
Is that
The wafer
Pizzagate?
company?
wait, was it what? Pizzagate? What'd
Yeah.
you say? Pizzagate? I think Pizzagate's involved too.
Pizzagate's involved in everything.
Yeah.
Oh
Can
my
we give a
God.
synopsis of Pizzagate real quick?
Pizzagate was like all these like politicians and shit got caught apparently literally like trafficking kids like under the guise of like a pizza shop. Something like
yes,
that.
yes. This was like the wafer thing where they were shipping people in cabinets from the furniture company. Like they were putting people
Oh, I didn't know that.
in these fucking. They were shipping. I don't know. Vanities, whatever they call them.
Yeah, just filled with
cabinets,
people.
and like little kids would be in them.
Where were they sending them?
I don't know, but they were saying that like Tom Hanks was a part of it.
Yeah. All the Hollywoods are
What
involved.
the fuck?
That's like that whole shit with the Epstein Kid Island and all that stuff. Like it all like is intertwined. Like, and it's so crazy that
Yeah.
people just like maybe dismiss it, but it's like
Epstein's Island is
But it's
probably
like,
just
it
one
could
example
actually be a thing.
of, but we only know that one.
there's probably fucking tens upon tens of Epsteins out there.
Oh my
Like,
God.
They were undiagnosed the whole time. We didn't even know this guy was doing this. They were all in bed with each other. That's why they turned their blind eye. How many of that's going on?
How did he get caught?
Epstein? What was Epstein's
He was just-
downfall? I don't even know the story
I
of how
mean,
his downfall
I
happened.
think it was bound to happen because it was just
Epstein as in the guy with the island, or Harvey
Yeah.
Weinstein as
no,
in
Epstein, the
Epstein?
trafficking kid island. That's what I mean. Like how we're just bopping these
That
off
shit's
of all these people
crazy.
doing this.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing that out there. It's a whole different world.
oh my God.
Yet again, we're normal people, but everyone ain't normal.
Yeah. What the
And the way he
fuck?
died was crazy.
Suicide. Like who the fuck suicided him?
Even
Yo, did you see-
the coroner said that like if he hung himself, gravity would have pulled him, and like the way he had like marks
It was
on
all-
his neck was not in the way like gravity pulls you.
Yeah, it was all bullshit. They fucking cleared the cameras didn't work.
He
In
said
the
that
IMAX prison.
The cameras didn't work. Just
Chandler Jones said he's been going crazy recently, but
Chandler Jones has been going crazy.
he said that this just reminded me of it, that Josh McDaniels, former offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots,
okay.
murdered
Oh,
Aaron Hernandez in prison.
so they think there's like an internal patriot job going on in the prison system? Is that what that's getting at? Like,
I have no idea. He's been going, like, people say it's like CTE. I don't think it is. I think, but he has been, he got cut from his team.
how
let
did
go.
Who was the other guy? Aaron Hernandez, you said?
Yeah.
Aaron
How did he die?
Hernandez.
Did he die?
He
They said he killed
supposedly
himself.
also got killed. Like
Because I don't know his story
I think
really.
he got killed in jail or
No,
killed
he-
himself in jail.
He killed himself.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
that was like gang related activities.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was like went to jail for. Where is he from? Jersey or something?
Connecticut, I believe.
Connecticut. Yeah, he was just in like a drug ring
Oh.
and like committed some heinous crimes.
What the fuck?
Like,
I didn't know that.
Killed someone.
But here's the thing. People always say Gronk is the greatest tight end of all time, which I agree with. But
You can't compare.
Aaron
You can't
Hernandez was
compare.
better.
You can't compare. You can't.
He was a better offensive weapon.
He played like what, 3 years in the league? 4 years?
6.
Was
I
it
don't
6? No. He didn't play enough. But yeah, there's so many. Obviously, these are all conspiracies, but conspiracies are real. A lot of them have been confirmed.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a crazy thing to think about. I just think there's so much more going on than we realize, and we just kind of let it go by.
Yeah, they have us pacified.
And the war that's been going on a lot recently, like Ukraine and Russia was like baffling to me that was even occurring. That like
Because
we're-
Putin is just
we still
losing
try to
his
conquer
mind.
people. We still try to conquer people.
People say there's been a major decline.
But the fact that we still try to conquer people at this point in our career on this planet is just like so crazy. Like we've recognized that doesn't work. That's not how we should be treating everybody. Like, and the fact that we're still doing it now, and now again with Israel, is just like such a weird. I get it. Like if you grow up in that world where it's not.
Oh, he played 3 years.
Where like I told you, and
I was like 6 or 7.
yeah, you were like he's a vet, and yeah, Gronk played like 8 years.
Gronk played like 10.
10 probably.
I don't know, dude. That shit is so funny. I don't even know. Oh, there's so much more going on than what people realize.
Yes, so what I want to get at
And the wars. You were saying something
I
about
just
the wars.
don't like the idea of that we're still doing this shit nowadays. But I guess like when that's all you know and it's how you grow up and humans are just naturally like those types of people.
Yeah.
I just think like I get why we still do this super like caveman shit, but I just hope that we could be better from that. I just hope that like people realize it's not. We can't be treating people like that anymore. I don't know.
I think it's just ingrained in humans. It's the,
Right,
like,
I get it. It's
just
the
art of
human
war.
experience.
Like, it's just,
yeah.
It's like
You're flawed.
it's chimpanzee shit.
It's bound to happen. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be there's so many people in the world, it's just going to, like, statistically bound to happen.
Yeah.
Can't even speak to this.
I just think
Can't even speak right.
obviously I said like I get it. They grow up in a different way of thinking, so they're not going to be super progressive to think like, oh yeah, we shouldn't be doing this, because that's really all they know is like war and fighting. So I get it, but I just hope one day we can.
That's normal for their culture.
Yeah, I just hope we can actually unite, because I
Their
feel like the
society.
only thing that's ever fixed anything was peace, treaties.
Yeah.
It always wins
Yes.
so far.
Peace always wins.
Well,
Peace
not-
is undefeated.
Peace always wins, right? And like
More life, more vice.
more life, more bias. That's all I wanna
Speaking of which, Mike,
Oh.
Shit. Oh no! What's
Yes.
going on? A surprise party for me.
Hey, we remembered.
Oh shit!
we got you a little song.
Yeah.
We should have had this the first time. We flopped. We
Let's
didn't.
go,
we
let's
weren't
go.
prepared.
We
Flopped, he
flopped.
said.
We
We weren't prepared.
dude.
But
We capped.
I've learned
we
like
capped on
4
him.
different
got you
words.
back.
I've learned like 4 different words from you guys already. Still, my favorite one is gherkin. I've never heard of gherkin. Gherkin. I was like, I was like, I thought I
man.
heard it all. I've never heard of gherkin. And what'd you just say? Oh,
Gherkin.
flopped it. I've never. Oh, flopped.
We flopped it, dude.
I thought you said flopped. Okay.
flop.
That would have been a good one. I
Flopped.
would have been like, what the fuck?
We flopped it. We flopped it. We were capped. We were all the
Gherkin,
things.
dude.
We were flat. We were flat. That's a new one.
Gherkin.
We were flat. That's what we said.
We're so flat.
Like a fucking
We're
drink.
flappy.
Flat. Oh man.
No, yeah. Hanging with Ty, he has the Johns.
Where'd you come up with gherkin? Where's that from? I've never heard. I thought I heard it all. I
Oh,
genuinely
man.
did.
Gherkin. I heard
I don't
Gherkin.
know. It's just kind of like I don't know where I heard
I
it.
think I remember what happened. So Ty and I, we would grind like pandemic time. We would grind crazy because there was nothing else to do. Like we would literally get up,
Get active. Get active.
wake and bake, get active, fucking grinding. Allegedly, and just get grinding. And like I always had my hydro flask with me.
Stay hydrated, people.
Stay hydrated. Hey,
More life, more
take a drink
bodies.
right now. Stay hydrated. And I think I would just like make a noise because I would just be profusely drinking it because we would just be grinding.
Yeah.
And I'm dying. Like working out with this kid is hard. It's hard to keep up with it. Like I struggle.
Not anymore,
And
dude.
I-
I've been out the gym for.
He's been
I
out the
don't
gym
know,
for a
like
minute, but
half a
like-
year.
Oh,
But
no,
like he
man.
would smoke me in a workout. Like he just not. It's a mentality thing more than like a physical thing. His mentality is just dog.
It's all mental. It's all
Just
mental.
dog. And
Nah, that's
Dog.
you. You inspired me.
no, but just dog right there. I'm a poser, and I consider myself like I work out enough where I can keep up with it. But like, if you don't
No, he's
I
a
don't know.
dog.
If you don't work
he's a
out
dog.
a
He's
lot,
dog. Don't let
he's
him
gonna
fool.
outdog you.
Don't let him fool you, people.
No.
This man.
No.
Check out his page. What is it, Brandon? Brandon
People that watch
Smallbody?
us that will actually know will know. Like, you cannot keep up with this, no matter how much you fucking grind.
No, stop. You're gassing me. You're gassing me.
No,
Give yourself some flowers now. Give yourself
No.
some flowers. Here.
no. I'm telling the truth here, and you're trying to flap.
But listen.
You're trying to flap around.
so what-
gurking this. I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck's
so
going on.
you're gurking me right now.
Yeah, so is that what that
That's
means?
what that means.
That's what that means.
You're gurking me.
So
Why
kind
you
of like you're
gurk?
fucking me
Pause. Can we pause?
No,
Can we
like
pause?
you're-
Stop. Pause.
Yo.
over. You're gassing me up.
Pause. All right.
You got
To get back to the
tight,
story.
tight.
So it's a grind working out with this kid. So I'm dying. I'm drinking, and I think I made like a noise while I was drinking it. And Ty goes, "Dude, why are you gurking that?" And he was like, "It sounds like you're gurking it." And I'm pretty sure that's where it came from, because there'd be times where, because he said it to me before, where I forget it, because I'm like, dude, that is like the craziest word. Like, you just don't even think of it. And then he says it again. I'm like, oh my God, that word again. And it comes around town. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it occurred. Because I was making noise, and he goes, dude, it sounds like you're gurking that.
That's a good word.
It's a good one.
And then even when he just said that, he was like, "Bro, he's getting tight." I was like, "I've never heard that either." That sounds like fucking some
Never heard of someone
chiropractor
being
shit.
tight as shit.
He's tight as fuck.
When someone's tight, that means they're big mad. Like,
Yeah, like
yo, he's so tight.
Yeah.
Like, why is he so
Anyway.
tight
like
right
getting
now?
irked, kind of like
Yeah, irked.
You're gurked.
Gurked. I know irked.
Oh man. No, yeah, like when you're tight, you're just tense. Like someone's pressing you.
Oh, okay.
Someone's like, you're pressed as fuck right now.
Yeah.
Like, why are you pressed, dude? That's when you're tight.
Oh my
He says
God.
Joan a lot. You know what Joan is?
Joan?
Joan.
Joant with a T?
No, John.
John.
You said it's
John.
joint with a T.
No.
It's John, Jawn, but he says sometimes there's a T.
I've seen that word before.
Jawnt.
I've seen
Like
okay.
people from Philadelphia often say, "Pass me that John."
Pass me that Joan.
Is it with a T?
No, but here's the thing. Can I tell the story? I'll tell the story.
Yo, Todd, I'm sorry.
My boy. So at school, everyone, like a lot of kids from Jersey would say that it's in their like vocab. We had our quarterback from Virginia. Shout out Easton Turner. He number 7, number 1 in the people's hearts though. Anyway,
Shouts.
he
Shout out.
he said
John. We're talking about.
yeah John.
John.
No, he would say that, but like he had like a southern accent, like Virginia. He's from, I think, like rural Virginia,
Okay.
and he just like said with an accent, like almost like as if it had a T.
Okay. John.
So he's like, let me see that John.
John.
Let me see that John.
Okay.
And it was fire. And I started saying it. And my other boy, Matt Ringstaff, South Jersey's finest, shout out. He says,
Shouts Big Ring.
he says John,
John.
like it's his job.
John.
That's my John.
But
Yeah. It's just funny,
learning
like
it.
past that John.
I'm learning a fucking new vocab. It's great.
Dude, it is great. He always brings it, is what I mean. Like he always has something new. Always. Very rarely will I bring in anything to the table.
John.
No, I mean,
give yourself some
it's,
credit now. Give
it's
yourself
no
some
think
credit.
about it like this though. That's like so crazy that like certain areas will have literally different dialects, different verbiage, different like small town fucking whatever. Just like saying John. Like gurked, like versus slurped, right? Essentially,
Yeah.
gurking is slurping.
Yeah.
And it's like the same thing, but like just different. So,
Who that?
I invited young Matt Merck to come through.
Oh, shout out.
The goat.
I say about it.
I don't know. I don't fully understand. I know that like there are territories where like the Palestinians are being invaded on, and they're like actually taking action to like stop their like territory. Because I guess like they both think they like God gives them the land or something. It's like a religious thing, I guess.
Yeah, it's been going on since
Yes.
Jesus
For a long time.
was in middle school.
And so,
Like, legitimately.
yes, shout out to JC. But like, I think that's what's going on. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, politely, please, because I'm not educated on this fully. Whatever the reasoning is, though, I want to say that, like we talked about the peace, like peace has solved everything, and I think it's a fundamental thing to treat people how you want to be treated, and I think a big time nowadays people don't be doing that at all in any situation, and I want to like just say, if you're listening, peace always wins. I just want to get that off my chest.
Peace always good.
Shout out, peace, undefeated.
The good has always won so far.
So far.
So far.
So far, it's been good versus evil. Good's been winning.
It's a constant battle, which is so odd.
It is a
that's
weird
what I mean. Like, we can never
balance.
just have peace.
Yeah.
There will always be evil. It's so bizarre.
Always gonna be something.
Yeah,
Human
that's a good
nature, I
point.
guess.
It really is like the ultimate team. Good versus evil. There's good people and bad people in the world, and they're each doing their thing.
It's just like a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, just something that exists.
Yeah.
Legit.
Like, you put sports teams against each other, like you put teams like that against, but that's the ultimate team.
And yeah, and like there are heel turns, like there are storylines, like of evil, like Raiders are like a historically like villain team, like WWE, like The Rock being a villain, like it's just like a natural thing.
It's
you
the
turn
core
it
of
into.
everything, yeah.
Yeah. Strange. That is a fucking. It is so weird. That's a perfect yin and yang. That's why like literally the bice is that balance. There's
Hell
always
yeah.
that equal opposite reaction.
Yeah,
And I truly believe in that like law. Always an equal and opposite reaction.
yeah.
The high and low, the up and down. Life will not always be up and life will not always be down. And like I think as an individual, your job is to just like balance those highs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, never too high, never too low. But that's the struggle. That's the internal struggle, is how do you do that? When you're a human and we're flawed people and we don't, how do we figure that out? I don't know. We just do it. But obviously, historically, it hasn't been great. But we do it.
I do truly think psychedelics would help with that, and that's why they outlawed them. I truly believe that.
Ooh.
Well, some
That's
psychedelics
why
have
they
helped, like
outlaw.
PTSD.
If you, yet again, if you've ever done it, and you're like, why wouldn't everyone do this at least on like a lower dose? Because it gets you through the day. Like, it's such a night and day fucking difference. And that's, yet again, the shit with the hippies, it's like...
People like microdosing.
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy, so at work, we had this superintendent. He literally told me that he microdoses.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, just that little bit.
It is. It's
He's like,
it's the same,
total different outlook.
dude. It's the same thing with like weed. Like, if you do a little bit, like it gives you a little something. But then if you go too deep, you go too deep. It's the same with anything. Drinking, equate it to anything else in life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too much of anything is a bad thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, what is microdosing? Like, how much do you know to take?
There's like a range between 0.5 of a gram up to like 0.75. But then some people tolerances and how potent it is. Sometimes you can go like up to a gram, 1.25.
So there's a system for you to take it safely, like
Yeah.
per your body weight,
yeah.
per everything.
Yeah.
They figured it out.
Science.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it would make sense, right? That's so crazy. They just like know how potent it, like an amount is.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Relative, yeah, generally speaking, but just like everything else in life, people react to things different, and some people might have to take just a little bit more. But
yeah,
it's not like it's going to send you over the deep end.
but he thinks it changes things. Completely different outlook.
That's why we don't
Yeah.
have them in society, because if we
No,
really
he
did, we'd
told
be
me.
so much fucking nicer.
He
to
told
people.
me it completely changed my outlook. He's like, I'm a total different person.
well, yeah, all
He's
life-
like a happy guy.
Yep.
All life really is just like perspective. That's like what maturing, growing, evolving is just a change of perspective. Like, we're able to like now look back that like, oh, what we did 100 years ago clearly wasn't right. Like, always like looking back, like making sure that your next move is always a better move.
Mm.
Right. So it's always a change in perspective. And I feel like what like, I feel like we talked about this on the last pod together, where like drugs are able to make you have a different perspective outside of your own. Where you're able to look at it, like you said, like bird's eye view, differently. And
yeah, you're right. Everyone saw a bird's eye view, they'd be like, "What?"
It's a way different experience.
Dude,
Dude, I
Way
went
different
to go pick up like a sub on like a semi microdose one time, and like dude, when I just drove there and walked in the store, I've been in that store a billion times. The one time I was in there, I was like, the girl at the counter, I was like, I'm just happy to be around people right now. Like I never really get that feeling. Like I don't think most people do. Like I genuinely want to be around this like stranger, just like for whatever like you just. It makes
felt
you
something
more
extra.
Dude, it makes you feel so much more peaceful and happy. Like happy's such a crazy broad word.
Yeah.
It's such an enhancer for that. It's insane. Like just actually being happy. It's a weird fucking feeling.
Yep.
So it's just like a form of like true enlightenment.
Dude,
True
yeah.
happiness.
Like it especially if you go to like deeper ends of it, it's like the peace you feel. Or just like it fucking just changes your perspective on things.
Yeah.
It's literally like
That's important.
It's literally like in your mind talking to a completely different version of yourself. And then you're both like talking it out and coming to like the overall better thing and outlook on something. It truly feels like there's something else in your head and you're actually having a conversation kinda.
Yeah.
Just to get to the actual benefit.
Yeah.
Damn. I think that's like so crucial to anyone is to have that perspective, have that maturity, that open-mindedness. Like if we had more of that, there wouldn't be as many problems. You know what I mean? And I like that's why I was kind of talking about earlier, like men kind of got to go through shit to have that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
People got to go through shit to recognize that like life is not this binary thing. It's not that gray. I mean, it's very gray. It's not black and white.
Very gray.
It's so gray that like you have to have that ability to like be open-minded, have perspectives, recognize, oh, like maybe it wasn't that simple. Maybe there's a lot more shit going on there. And I think that goes for anything in life. Like whether it's like a relationship, whether it's like work, life itself, when you're just fucking trying to reason shit out, I think like you got to be able to recognize that nothing is so absolute. It's so in the middle, you know, so in the gray area. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you've mentioned this before, but life is the gray area.
Always.
Like there's no right or like there is no right or wrong. There is no.
We exist in the middle of it.
Yeah, we're
in between right, wrong, good, bad.
Yeah, we're a byproduct.
We're literally just in the middle of it.
Exactly. Yeah, life's crazy, bro. Hey, we're in the Nodcast. Do we hear the
We're
crickets?
just enjoying the Nodcast, baby.
Oh, dude, I thought you brought your own sound effects. I didn't realize those outside. I thought you put that on.
You're lying.
That would be
I
sick.
thought you put it on.
Hey, we should.
I didn't realize we're that far out.
Hear the crickets?
I never hear that. I'll never hear that. Yeah,
Chirp,
I'm just not
chirp.
used to it at all.
Love it.
Wow, that's funny. Hey, we like to be in the elements.
Dude, I would so much rather it.
Yeah,
Imagine
hell
living
yeah.
off grid.
Off grid. Hey, we talked about
We
that.
did talk about this.
It's a different world.
We've had friends that legit just moved to Hawaii, just lived on a farm, completely off grid.
But like they say that, I hear that shit too, and it's like, how do they afford it though? Like you still have to work. Your ass. Hawaii's the top
Like,
state of living.
He
If
has
you
his
can-
own business of like selling. I don't
he
know.
has money, but like you can go there,
and
create your own,
basically
make
live
your own
off
home,
nothing.
like be part of the commune, do your part. If you farm, you like add to the system. You can stay here, grow your own shit.
What's a commune?
A commune is just like a community of people where like they don't have like currency there. They just are
kind of
farmers.
barter and
they
shit?
Just like if you do your part, then all you have to do is carry your weight. Essentially carry your weight.
So is it land that the state doesn't own?
I'm pretty sure it was out in like mountains and valleys. It was just like
A commune is a group of people living together and sharing possessions and responsibilities.
yes, hold your weight.
Hold your goddamn way.
Hold your weight. If you grow enough crops where like, say like your job is grow all the rice, grow enough rice so everyone can eat fucking rice.
Yeah.
I bet. Like, you do that.
I bet.
Then you get rice, your family gets rice, everyone fucking wins.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then someone else's job is to grow fucking
Lettuce.
You get lettuce, everyone gets lettuce, we all get to eat lettuce. It's fucking great. You know? That's essentially how I look at it. And that's essentially what he was doing. He was just going out there, growing stuff, being a part of the culture, like the religion, everything.
That's
about
awesome,
it.
though.
Just
I think
like
it's
completely
sick.
Yeah, it's a different world, different perspective, different experience,
different world,
different everything. Like that's why like being weathered, being grizzled is so important because you're not gonna have that experience at 15. That's why when we talk about being 18 and making these big life decisions to go in debt and go to college, it's so crazy. Like you don't know that decision. Like you've never experienced life. And a lot of people that haven't been experiencing life give a big opinion on things. And I just feel like it's so hard to like have such hard binary opinions and decisions when you haven't even experienced life. Because it's not binary. It's all in the middle.
always.
We're taught such a little sliver of it.
Yes.
Such
exactly.
a little sliver of it.
It's like a big... Do you know who No Jumper is? Adam 22?
Oh, yeah, Adam 22.
Have you ever listened to his podcast and stuff?
I've probably heard clips, but I don't listen to it.
Yeah, well, I listen to No Jumper a lot, not gonna lie, because I'm a big hip hop fan. I'm I'm just big into music. And that's what his podcast is about. He mainly has rappers, artists on there. Ones that I love. Like people I've championed for. And like as he would have these like lesser known artists that like I love that weren't big at the time, but then like got big. Like he had JID on, he had West Side Boogie on, like before they were big.
He had X.
He had X on, which is like his number one. He had Juice on, like he had like all these big people on, and before they got big, and it was just like I loved his shit. And but his whole situation with his wife, did you hear about?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know what she did. Yeah.
Yeah. Like people were like so pressed about that, tight about that situation.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The whole internet broke.
The whole internet broke because of it.
Broke.
And it's like, dude, everyone's like, oh my god, it's haram. It's haram. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
they were
everyone
mad
says
tight,
that shit.
dude.
They're so tight.
It was so
They're
tight.
so pressed about it. And
Crazy.
like, I don't know, like who like really cares? Like,
I know
what-
it's not my wife. I
Yeah.
mean, I wouldn't do it, but it's not my wife.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly. Like, yeah, like you can have your own opinion on it, like whether like you like it or not, it doesn't matter. But like, who gives a fuck?
That's what me and Ron were talking about the other day too. How fucking like the internet literally just gives everyone a voice, and it's like
Yes,
Legit.
it truly is crazy that
everyone a voice that shouldn't have a voice. I shouldn't have a voice.
But it's
I
just
shouldn't even have this podcast. No one should listen to me.
People can just
I
have an
literally
opinion.
encourage people to not listen to this podcast because no one should
Come
listen
on
to me.
now. Come on now.
No one should listen to me.
More life, more
That's
vice.
their opinion. It's,
More life, more bias. Like if you fuck with us, you fuck with us, but like don't listen to me.
It's crazy.
Shout out Dion Fashion.
But yeah, continue.
No,
sorry.
just we like when people leave hate comments or like that, like it'll bother people to the core to go, just talk about it on the internet. Like
Yeah.
I fucking hate this
It
lady for this and
buzzes,
that,
dude.
and it's like, I feel like it's pretty normal to not want to do that.
Yeah.
Like you just look like what we just said. You kind of look at it and go, okay, I'm not gonna do it. But to like freak the fuck out about it over the internet, there's certain things that justify it, but something like that, I was like, what? I don't know.
Yeah. Crazy.
That's like what I mean. Like these people that, like, everyone loves to use the analogy. Like, do you think Michael Jordan leaves hate comments?
Yeah.
No. Why would he? He's winning. He's winning, dude. Like he has nothing to complain about. But everyone in the world who literally has zero need to complain is complaining.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm.
I mean, not to say that people don't have problems and that like shit can offend people and shit can hurt you. Like I get that, but like you're out here big mad at someone else making a life decision. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, from
You
people,
should
from
wor-
people that don't
Worry about your own self.
people that
Yeah.
don't have experience to like recognize like okay maybe that decision was a lot more than what you think of it being black and white and like
Red all over.
Yes.
Yeah, there's just no perspective.
There's
Yeah.
zero perspective.
Yeah.
People aren't like recognizing being in their shoes. They're just like, nope, this is wrong.
It really, it's like impossible to put yourself in someone else's shoes though, truly.
Yeah.
Like you really will never know.
Never know.
People live in a completely different reality.
Legit different reality.
Yeah.
Different brain.
Wow.
Completely
The
different.
paradigm of the world, like the way they view the world is just something you'll never understand.
Yeah, and everyone has a different perspective. Like, completely different perspective.
Yeah.
Different mindset. Like, think about how fast women mature than men.
Yeah.
Like, to be 25, knowing what I know now at 25, I feel like women understand at like 18. Figure it out like back then. Just because I've been like so immature, or like again haven't experienced enough shit
Yeah.
to become mature and become recognizing that there's bigger things at play. And I feel like women have that at a younger age, for sure. I've seen it, and it didn't hit me till like now, which is like such a, if you think about it, it's a big setback.
What do you think that is?
Just like raw like intuition.
Just like on a biological level, kind of.
Just biological level, just like women instinctually just mature quicker.
Yeah.
Something they like.
Just for whatever reason.
Yeah, again, like open-mindedness, like different way of thought. Just like, I think men are super impulsive. ADHD more likely, right? Like majority of kids that have ADHD are usually boys, and it's just different. Like men like fucking attack. Women, receive a little more. It's like a different, like instinctual way of life, and yeah, I think they're just more mature, more intuitive, more able to like make better decisions than guys. Not to say that, because like people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, I can't believe we just said that women are smarter than men," and like that's not what it's about. Who's smarter or whatever, but like I can't say who's smarter. I can just say that like on a biological level, women mature faster for sure.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
I feel like it's equal amount. Like people, like men and women are equally.
It's obviously highly individual too. Like everyone's different, obviously, but I just think as a whole, as a collective,
as a whole, I think it's equal. Like
I don't know. I mean, maybe it was
women
different
and
for
men
you,
can be just as smart. Like, you know what I mean?
but I just feel like
In my opinion.
yeah, smart for sure, but like maturity, intuition level, like I think it's different.
Okay.
I just feel like
That might be true because they say women are like more
Women-
emotional, not in a bad way, but
women
like
mature
emotional.
faster. They reach puberty faster. They mature faster.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree at all.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, you're 100% right.
Fact, like guaranteed. Like both physically and mentally.
Yeah.
Men ain't allowed to cry.
Mm.
That too.
No, I'm just
That
joking.
too. No, I'm kidding. But
Yeah.
isn't that like kind of how
Have a good cry. Have a good cry
Isn't
every,
that kinda how,
every
like,
now and again.
you're raised
Breakdown.
though? Is to like not be able to like break. You know what I mean?
Wait, say that again. What?
Like, isn't that like how like a big, falsehood of like the culture was that like men are like not supposed to show weakness or emotion.
Yeah.
Like you're not supposed to break ever.
Yeah.
Can't break. Like stoic. And there's nothing wrong with that. But like it's not sustainable. It's not realistic.
Yeah.
Like you got to be able to encourage that like you're gonna break sometimes and that you're gonna need that time to recoup,
You got to learn from it.
learn from it, experience shit again, being an open-minded person, growing, dealing with shit.
Hell yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
only gives you better perspective, and you're able to grow from it, become better from it.
Hell yeah.
Dude, we're getting very deep and introspective.
We're in
right
the bag
now.
right now. We're in the bag right
Yeah.
now. We'll see what makes it, but yeah, we've been going for 2 hours. It's 8:30. I don't know what you guys want to do.
I don't care. It's your guys' show, dude.
Yeah,
I feel like we
mean,
said a lot. I feel like we got a lot off the
we said
chest.
a
I feel
hell
like,
of a lot.
Yeah, this was a unique one. This is a very unique one. I feel like
This was.
I could definitely keep going, but for right now, I probably want to leave it at that.
All right.
You know?
Hell yeah.
What about you? We got any closing remarks?
I just want to reiterate your message throughout the pod. World peace. Peace is
If we
undefeated.
can, peace in the Middle East, please.
Yeah.
Love and peace in the Middle East. I just want to, if we're such highly advanced people.
Why can't they share the land? Like,
that would be
Sharon's Karen, dude.
that
sharing
would
is
be
caring.
the easiest compromise, right?
All they
Bro,
have
why
to-
can't we all share the land and then let's go fucking colonize Mars? Like we could have done so much more already. We're still sitting there fighting with rocks. Like what the fuck are we doing?
I was just about to say, if we just united, had peace, showed love, that would be the true advanced nation because we would be united.
And we
united, we would get fuck
so
ton more
good.
done. Because if we still didn't have people living in huts in fucking Africa and we were able to share everything and help people get housing, food, education, so we are a smarter race, not building people down, building people up. Or I mean breaking people down rather. We try building people up and then colonize fucking Mars because we would be so advanced.
People really, they just don't realize how much farther
How much
we
we
would
hold
actually be.
we hold ourselves back. We hold ourselves back insanely. I don't know why that is. Maybe they're afraid.
They have all the
Maybe it's not so black
It's
and
because we're
white.
controlled.
Maybe they're
We
afraid
are.
of.
We have so many other distractions.
Yeah.
they have all the world's
But-
greatest minds.
But the thing I think about is like Illuminati, whatever's controlling it, right? Whatever, because clearly
The deep
that
state.
there is some
The deep state.
invisible third party that controls things. Like
Yeah.
whether you know it or not, want to believe it or not, it's true. There's definitely something. And what is the reason why they hold us back? What is that reason? What's
They-
the bigger thing at play here?
They think it's a spiritual war. And
Actually, or what you think?
no, that's like just the like if you look at it, because like it is the ultimate story of what's going on right now. Like if we make it past this point in the history books, this will truly be the most fascinating fucking time alive. Like we were like, so because this is the point where we either
It is a tipping point.
make it or we don't. It's only gonna go one way,
Yeah.
and
No.
either way is fucking sane.
You're so right
Yes.
because when we've talked about things about aliens being, out there, is that like, and they're able to make,
They're definitely out there.
and if they're able to make contact with us, the basic fundamentals are that they would have to have evolved as we had, become of life somehow through water or oxygen, whatever, evolved as we did, became as civilized as we did, educated ourselves to the point where we were able to build interdimensional travel, space travel, whatever it is, and then make contact with another planet. Before we could even get there, before we even get that advanced, it's like you said, we either make or break.
Yeah.
We either kill ourselves because of our own differences and diplomacies and political problems, or we make it. And a lot of times, the reason why we haven't met life is because they broke.
Yeah.
They couldn't do it. They ate themselves. Like, everyone knows that to conquer a kingdom is best to do it when there's turmoil already inside of it.
You gotta break it from within.
Break it from within.
Break it from within. Yes, sir.
So
The New World Order.
we essentially are breaking ourselves from within by having these problems between the left and right, having these fucking nonsense battles over chips,
They got us fighting over like
fighting over rocks.
the dumbest shit now. Like
Dumbest
it,
shit,
like
dude.
like
Ice, whether Ice Spice's fucking drink is good at dunks.
Yeah.
Like that's what we're
like
fighting over.
they got us numbed to the core. It's so fascinating.
they got us in a chokehold.
It's
Mike.
the ultimate. We're
It's
in
John
Black
Jones,
Mirror.
dude.
Like people don't realize. Like people are obsessed with Black Mirror. A lot of
it's
their
real.
influence is what's coming.
It's a social commentary. Of,
Yeah.
Of technology advancing and life advancing.
But people are like,
It's a satire.
that can't happen. Like you,
It already
these people
does.
living in that world. Like what the
Already
fuck?
does.
Elon's putting chips in people's heads now.
That is
now.
literally what they did in
Now.
USS Callister.
Wait, how did that happen? Or how did that go?
I don't know if
Did it happen?
He did the first experiment on like humans, but like I bet still ongoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
You have to live with that thing for your whole life.
Yeah.
It's got to be safe.
He makes it sound so simple too when he talks about it.
But what does it do? Like, what
It's
does
supposed
it do
to
for
be.
you?
It's supposed to do like a lot of things. It's supposed to be able to like heal you, like recognize what's wrong with your body,
What?
Like it's going to be able to understand like, oh, you have cancer somewhere. It's going to be able to like recognize, diagnose, and prognose people much better. And it's supposed to be able to like download consciousness. It's supposed to be able to like absorb like your vitals in a computer, like a quantum fucking computer essentially.
That's down the line though.
Down the line, but like that's what it's supposed. That's what its intent is.
Yeah.
You know, which is what
That is wild.
There's always a Trojan
Black
horse
Mirror.
in everything. Everything.
Yep.
You think we just got phones out of nowhere?
Edward Snowden. We were just talking about. You think this thing just like, how does it know when to turn on? You know, how does it know when to go to sleep? Like, it's always hearing me. Hey, if I
It's an
call her name,
extension of you.
it's
an extension.
You like, bro.
if you erased all the people and left their phones, the phones would be us, as the phones.
That's what the chip is going to be down the line.
That's what the chip's
It's
gonna
that
be.
in us.
If you eliminate every person on this planet but left their technology, that is them.
That's why you can't, like, if you pay
Understand.
attention and you don't have your phone, like, in your immediate vicinity, you're like, oh, I need it. Like, you just need to kind of have it on you or near you at all times. That's very odd. That's the only thing we do that to. That and, like, a wallet and shit, but that's literally an
That's
extension
money.
of us.
That's like, yeah.
Right.
Like, that's how we pay
It's our
for shit.
currency,
That's
yeah.
how we talk to everybody.
It controls us.
It's a universal language.
That's like the universal controller.
Yeah.
It controls everyone's lives. Legitimately.
Isn't that crazy? They got us in a chokehold, Mike. It's like we're fighting John Jones.
We ain't gonna
Nowhere
win.
we can go.
No one's beating John Jones.
They're
dude.
taking fucking tea, dude.
No one's fucking doing it. Yeah, they're just taking our chocolate milk and we're
Shit.
saying you can have it.
You
It's
have,
bullying us, dude. It's fucking bullying.
Mm.
you have it?
I'm all for bullying up, but I'm not for bullying down. Like I said, go steal those tools from Home Depot. Who gives a fuck? No, I'm kidding. But it's cool to bully up. It's not cool to bully down. If you're bullying down, you're fuck.
Yeah, don't bully down, motherfuckers.
Like what are you doing?
Yeah.
Pick on someone your own size, dude.
Yeah.
What the
People
fuck?
really
Grow up. Grow up.
Grow up.
People will just like they would never say some of this shit to people's face. That's the crazy
No.
thing.
Yeah.
Never.
Never.
It's just it's a lot. I get it. It's a lot, but
They would see Trump and be like, "Oh my God, I love you." After saying all the things they hate.
yeah, that's so true, right? You get starstruck in a sense,
Yeah.
whether you like the person or not.
That's what when anyone sees you, they're starstruck. I'll tell you that much.
I guess
Oh shit.
people would probably
They're like,
think I'm
is
crazy.
that Randy from the Bice?
They're gherkin, dude.
No, they let you do that to Mike, dude. The people would run into him at the grocery store.
Oh god.
Hey, I mean, listen.
The grocery
He's the
store.
goal. He's the goal.
You are the goal.
He's setting the standard right now.
Yeah, dude.
We just gotta get to
We just gotta
his
get on the level, dude.
Yeah.
We're getting on the level. One pot at a time.
One part at a time now.
Hopefully we make it, right?
You just gotta be consistent with it, and you can. That's literally all it is with anything. You just have to be
Consistency.
consistent.
That's why we were
Yeah.
trying to post one pot a week.
You're telling
That's all
me if
you
we
need,
never,
too. That's all you need.
And we were doing it we were grinding, but now we got more content. Now
Yeah,
we've
have-
been dropping.
we have more stuff to do.
Dropping.
The TikTok and Instagram Reels are what you need to be doing.
No,
YouTube Shorts,
you're
just all
right.
short form content,
Short
because that's how
form
you
content.
promote
Yes.
the long form. It's not promoting through YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Shorts make
That's the
the
thing.
money
We have
go.
to be algorithm favorable, and we're definitely not algorithm favorable.
No, Mr. B said, replace. Anytime you say algorithm, replace it with audience. The algorithm didn't like the video? No. The audience didn't like
yeah,
the video.
that's true.
Just make it a good video,
You're right.
and they will watch.
You're
Yeah,
right.
that's true.
You're right.
You just have to make
The
it to like
audience.
your standard.
That's the thing. There's a niche for everybody, though. There's
That's
a
what
niche
I'm
for
saying.
Everything. I bet there's a niche out there for fucking collecting seashells.
Dude.
There is.
There's-
Seashells.
Seashells on the
seashore.
seashore.
Do you know the game? Do you know the game Magic the Gathering?
I've heard of it. Yes.
Okay, it's this crazy card game. There's like over 12,000 unique cards in it. It's this whole
Holy
fucking
shit.
crazy thing. I tried playing with my friends. They're deep in it, and fucking, I already forgot the point because it gives me such a headache.
Talking about Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, I know, but there was a reason. What was the point before? Oh, I completely forget, dude. What were we saying before?
We were talking about. We were talking about you going to the grocery store.
That's
And-
nothing to do with the grocery store.
And
Whatever. I lost it,
you
dude.
were you get recognized, and we're trying to get on that level, and we were like, this one time, Magic the Gathering.
It was something to do with like you guys and posted on TikTok. I know that much.
Oh, the
fact
audience.
that there's
The audience.
there's this fucking
Replace algorithm with audience.
The niche audiences are fascinating because there literally is. It'll just take like maybe a little bit longer to grow or faster, depending on if people don't have that niche out there. So he showed me this fucking Magic channel, and it's these two dudes just playing Magic, like just kind of this kind of vibe. People crave that vibe, and if you can hit that, you'll fucking take off. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, we're seeing this very niche topics. Yeah, that's what it was.
And their audience was so fucking strong, but they only had like 70,000 subs, 100,000, somewhere around there. But it's like, if people fuck with you, you just need to find those people that fuck with you.
Right.
It just might take either a little bit longer, or in some people's cases, they blow up. But
right,
they're just out there.
They're out there. It's out there. It's all attainable. Why not us?
We gotta find them.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Don't let the Sox win tomorrow.
And that's just how you just got to be consistent, because every week that there's a possible new set of eyeballs on it, and it just takes that one potential guy. Some guy who has a big following or something, like anything.
Hell yeah.
That was you.
No, definitely not me.
That was you. You put us on.
Yeah. But
hell yeah.
No, for real. Like, I know for a fact
your pod blew up.
What do you mean blew up?
Sure.
Like,
58.
That's 58.
Let's go. That's more than we had last week.
Hey, better every time, you know.
But yeah, like, it's. What were we just talking about one more time?
The niches. There's people out there for everything.
Oh wait, the algorithm. Yeah, so go back to the algorithm. So I know for a fact when you're talking about consistency, like, I knew one thing, that we had to post on a schedule.
You have to
post on a schedule. The algorithm favors that.
It does.
They like that you're consistent. It's like credit. You keep paying your payments on time. All right, we like you. 800 credit score. You post on time. Every bang, bang, bang. Like, okay, we like them. They're consistent. They're always posting, and like, they want people that are always posting, always staying relevant, always adapting. That's never not a bad thing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's just a good thing, rather.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I knew we needed, and we struggled a little bit, but like, we're figuring it out. It's a learning curve. It's not very gonna be perfect. We're always gonna find better ways to do things. Like, we just figured out how to do working with Streamlabs, which is like a huge thing for us now.
Yeah.
We can do that. Expands us more. That doesn't limit us, because there is no limit. We can literally do anything.
Yeah.
Anything. We can literally do fucking anything.
We can do
everyone can do anything they want.
I know.
Anything.
It's literally GTA. You can literally choose to do anything with this life, but this is just how we choose to be.
I'm telling you right now. I think I said this last time too. Like, if you actually want to try to do this and go for it, soak these times in. I'm telling you, because if it ever did work, those are like the best times.
Hell yeah.
I'm telling you.
Hell yeah. Hey. We're soaking in every moment.
It's like in The Office when it's like, I wish I never left. I wish there was a way to know that you're in the good old days
Before you left it.
Yeah. It's definitely like that. And we feel that all the time. It's like sometimes you graduate from school, and, oh, like, these were actually like some of the best days of my life, even though like it sucked in the moment. Yeah. Like you said, like,
those are the best.
You were saying that. You were saying that the come up was better than, getting up there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I bet that's true, right? Like McGregor, I bet those grind days, like, although it's like great to be where you're at now because of your hard work, but like, there was something about the chase.
Yeah.
Something about the hunt. Something about the grind, instinctually, naturally, intuitively. And yeah, I think that's great advice, because although right now, like, yeah, it's not where we want it to be at, but I just enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
I just enjoy having conversation. I just enjoy, like, again, learning a new perspective, becoming more open-minded, hearing someone else's view on things. And whether I agree with them or not, it doesn't matter. I like to just hear what someone else has to say. And, like, we can agree to disagree, and that's fine, because at the end of the day, like, just because we disagree doesn't mean we can't coexist. We can't get along. And it's like Ty said, like, it's the reason why we should get along. Balance each other out. When you disagree, keep people that keep you in check. Not always yes men, all those things. So
Hell yeah.
It all comes full circle. Every time.
Always. Goes around. What goes around comes back around.
Goes back around, baby.
I'm definitely gonna try to like you said, enjoy these moments.
Yeah,
soak it up.
It's the
because
best.
Right now, I'm having a good time with you boys, and I appreciate you guys being here.
It's all about getting the other perspectives. You know, that's the biggest reward.
At the end of the day, like
You know?
I've said this before. Like whether
It could continue to get 0 views. We just do it. We do it because we enjoy it and we get something out of it. You know.
Yeah, it's
what's wrong with that?
It's a lesson, and like it's like when we had Shannon on the pod. Shout Shannon, come back on the pod.
Yeah, shout Shannon, come back on the pod.
Because Shannon was saying the same thing, like how serious like you guys want to take it is however you guys want to take it, and I was just kind of like whether this did nothing or became the biggest thing in the world, like what like obviously like that would be fantastic, but that didn't matter to me. Like what mattered to me is that like I enjoyed doing this.
Mm-hmm.
It was just something fun. Like this was something like I wanted to pursue, figure it out, learn about it. You know what I mean? Like figure out the technology shit behind it, because like we did take some editing classes in high school, which like prepared us for this to like understand how to do certain things. Like I don't know everything, but like I know a decent amount where I'm able to create.
And every day we get 1 day smarter.
And every day we get one.
That's the whole thing of it. That's the best part of it.
Yeah.
Hey, 1 day smarter.
And that's why, like, whether this blew
1 day
up or not,
smarter every day.
Never mattered to me. It was never like, again, like I never told anyone to listen to this. I never told anyone to watch. Never told anyone to subscribe. I mean, other than like, comment, subscribe in the videos. But like, I've never told anyone. Like, I've never like forced it upon anybody, because this is just what I would like to do anyways.
Yeah.
And I like that people partake. I like that people, when we ask people, they're like, yeah, I'd love to. And I love that people are willing. Because I think that shows that people are willing to have a good conversation. Again, whether you agree or disagree or not. Just willing to be just level with you. Like sit across table with you. Have a conversation. I feel like we don't do that enough. We don't converse with people anymore. That's why we like hate everyone. And that's why we have so much hate and pain and evil in this world.
Yeah, it's because we don't
take the time to sit down with someone that we don't
see what their perspective is, you know?
Yeah, we don't. Exactly. Perspective. We lack perspective. People that are out here lacking perspective and experience are out here making decisions, and it's crazy. That's crazy. It's crazy, Tom.
People don't even talk to each other anymore in person. It's so weird.
All through the phone.
Like that. Like it's crazy to think that used to be normal at a point in time.
Radio waves.
Yeah.
Just radio
waves.
Just talking through radio waves.
We don't even talk.
Both through, not even through the phone.
We just make noises.
Even through even listen to the music. That's how we listen to podcasts. Just radio waves. That's all it is.
Shout out radio waves. Without you, this pod would not be possible.
This would not be possible. Absolutely not.
Oh man.
But yeah, that was my thing to leave the people with. What's yours, Rand?
I think I said it. If if you're just gonna have such strong opinions and decisions in life, at least make sure that like you were able to make those while having very good, challenging life experience and perspective. If you're able to put that into anything, be open-minded, I think you will make a sound decision. But I feel like when you lack that, when you're young, or you're, like you said, stuck in your ways, or not able to open the mind, you're just very close-minded, you're going to make poor decisions.
Yeah.
Which historically has been the case, right? When we're closed-minded, we had slavery. You know what I mean? When we're judging people for the color of their skin. Very close-minded point of view. Or to think that, like, we just poofed out of thin air, God created us, essentially was a closed-minded view until we learned about evolution. You know, we used to think that the sun everything revolved around the earth. Closed-minded view. Why would we be the center of everything? Ego. Very egotistical thought. Closed-minded view. The earth is flat. Closed-minded view.
Yeah, I feel like people's beliefs change a lot over time.
Just experience. That's what I'm saying, is like we used to think these things, that like we used to think that smoking cigarettes was fine. We used to be that closed-minded. We used to think that we used to think that listening to R. Kelly was fine. No kidding, but like we used to think like all these things.
It's true.
It's
Like
true. We
before,
can't
it's
listen
just
to R. Kelly
perspective.
anymore. You can't. It's perspective.
Yeah.
That's the thing is once you have that experience, that perspective, you come to realize like we made our worst decisions by being close-minded.
Yeah.
Always, constantly, like never made the right decision by being close-minded. And I feel like a lot of people are making decisions. A lot of important people are making decisions. Whoa. Are making important decisions by being closed-minded. It's bad. It's not what we want.
Nope.
So that's what I want to leave with people. Just be open-minded. What about you, Mike? What do you got to leave?
World peace, man.
Yes,
Seriously,
sir. Yes, sir.
It
because
sounds crazy, but just try a little more peace and love in the Middle East.
yeah, I'm saying just even on a daily basis for people.
Everywhere, all the
Yeah.
time.
It's crazy. Everyone's so mad. Why is everyone so mad about everything? Like
Everyone is so
like it's all of us against this small group of people. Like come
So
on, guys.
tight. Dude, they're so tight, and it's so funny because, like, we are, yeah, like you said, we are all we got. We're all we got.
But guess what? All we got is all we need.
All we got is all we need. You know what? You're so right. Ty always says, here's another thing we can leave you with, that everything you have within you is all you'll ever need.
That's what you come in here with. That's what you got to leave with. You don't.
Exactly. You are given
Everything else is
You are
just
given everything you will need for this life
Yeah.
within you.
Yeah. Just gotta unlock it.
That's
like
what
a
he
game.
would always tell me. Yeah, exactly. You got to unlock it. He would always tell me that.
Unlock it.
Everything you've ever, like, anytime I was in a down bad in a situation where things suck, Ty was just like the type of guy to be like, everything you have is within you.
Yeah.
Everything you need is within you. You never need it from anything else.
That's all it is.
Is that,
That was-
we're wrapping it up?
Yeah,
All
that
right,
was
quits?
that was awesome. That was awesome.
All right. Well, I appreciate if you made it this far.
If you made it this far,
I'm happy for
you're-
you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm very
We love
happy.
you.
I'm happy to have you in my life, paying attention, rooting us on.
Hell yeah.
I know we're crazy, but I appreciate you guys even more. Mike, thank you for coming on, man.
Appreciate you,
Yes,
boys.
sir.
Ty, my
Thanks
dog.
for coming.
Yeah, literally
Great.
anytime. Let's get a reaction in sometime.
Yeah.
Let's get a reaction.
Yeah, let's
I know,
go, pull
I
through.
figured it out, dude. Figured it out.
Hell
so
yeah.
we can literally do whatever we want. We can do anything. Do anything we want, guys.
Could do anything.
Do anything we want, guys. So guys, please
anything.
go look at Mike's shit. Like, comment, subscribe on his stuff.
The
Please
Mike
show
Lawz YouTube.
The Mike
Check
Lawz
him
on
out, his
YouTube. The Mike
reactions.
Lawz on S on Instagram. Z on YouTube.
S on Instagram. No. Z on Instagram.
Is he on Instagram
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
All right. Mike Lawz with a Z on both Instagram and YouTube. Like, comment,
Hell yeah.
subscribe. If you want to support the Bice, go to dogbotHats.com. Get yourself a shirt. Get
Yes,
yourself a
sir.
hat.
I know, seriously, dude.
Just flex
Shirt,
them.
hat.
Flex them, baby.
That's sick as fuck, dude.
Or come on
Flex
the
on.
pod and we may or may not gift you one.
Dude, I'm gonna wear it when I go.
If you come on the
Hell
pod,
yeah.
we'll get you one. So
That's ghost hunting hat right there.
That's what I'm saying.
They'll
dude.
never see you coming. They'll never see you coming.
They'll never see
In
you
the night.
coming. Let's go.
Hell
So
yeah.
go support Dogbot Hats. Real good friend of ours.
Yes.
Doing some real
He's got
great,
great
stuff
stuff.
over there. Just did a collaboration with them. Go to DionOfficial.eu on Instagram.
Yes.
Go get yourself some watches. We got the watches.
Bill,
Wrist
that
heavy.
Watches. Look at that.
Wrist
Wrist
heavy.
heavy, wrist heavy.
Wrist heavy.
They
Go
got
get
black.
that
They got
shit.
tons of options.
Get the
they got,
sunglasses.
They got sunglasses. These ones are stizzy, nice and light.
Yes,
perfect,
sir. Yes,
perfect
sir.
style.
Hey, do all the good things. Be good. Show love. Peace and love in the Middle East.
Yes.
All right. Let's dance it out, boys.
Dance it out. Peace and love in the Middle East.
The boys.
All right. Good night, everybody.